got music playing in the game. I don't know if it can.
Oh, I didn't. I can flip it.
I realized that a bunch of my Discord panels are not working because I did a bunch of file sorting yesterday and stuff's not in the right spot.
Yeah, I can't even hear the music.
Rask doesn't eat small fuzzy creatures.
He eats small elven creatures.
He eats medium-sized creatures.
Fingers, particularly.
Yeah, fingers are his favorite.
Why you call it finger food?
It's delicious.
Oddly enough, he eats them with a fork.
Let's roll for initiative.
Yay!
I was waiting for like a bone collector's rollout.
Bone collectors, roll out! It's just a bunch of
9.
what is my stats? I've got way too many panels, not enough screens.
Oh, look at this.
Damn.
9.
It's looking good so far.
It's looking great so far.
Right. Hey, we're getting them out of the way early.
Oh god, I forgot how big of a mess this looked like.
Oh,
All right.
oh, that's right. I need to zoom. Okay.
Let's see here, Jay. Were you here last time? Yeah, you came.
I got it.
Andy beat me.
Scroll up a little
Oh,
bit.
did you? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I just rolled for shits and giggles.
Okay. All right, Ivan, what happened last time?
So, we are resting in this room right before the big bad room. We finish a short rest, and we loot everything that we need to. We eat, and we begin to progress towards the next area, up this way. So we come up to the doors and realize that they've already been opened, and we assume at this point that Coin's already been through here.
Mm-hmm.
That's why all the doors are unlocked. So we get through all of them. We get up right to the last one, and we kind of we end up wanting to conserve some spell slots because we really don't have much at this point. So Rubik just like, fuck it, and just bashes the door in and just runs in screaming and yelling. So, I mean, naturally, everybody sees us.
Mm-hmm.
So they look towards our direction, and they, just start off initiating combat. So we see Coin, and he is over in this direction over here. And we kind of somewhat spread out and take different areas. We're trying to control this lower right-hand corner over here. I end up, freezing my hand in my bag. Sorthal helps me. Rubik ends up grappling people and throwing them into lava, specifically the Wood Elf Prince that we were after.
Yep. So he pretty much did away with him.
Threw him right in the lava.
Yep, spared no expense.
Yep. Not before Orin cast a freaking water draining blight on him.
Mm-hmm.
And
basically,
then
there were like 2 WWE wrestlers who just laid the smackdown on this guy.
Elwin's facing off against a few guys over there.
Mm-hmm.
Rask was facing off against somebody who was taunting him essentially, and Rask was kind of getting he wasn't doing all that well. He was losing a lot of health.
Do you remember exactly who Rask was fighting?
I do not.
Let's see who's got the next highest initiative.
Jay.
Orin, do you remember who Rask was fighting in particular? That was a bit of a challenge.
It's that tiefling dude, wasn't it?
Yes, the tiefling with the magical greatsword. So yeah, Rask was having a pretty hard time fighting this tiefling.
Yep.
Held his ground though. Held his ground real hard.
Yeah. until Rubik just comes up, grapples him, drags him towards the lava, casts another blight on him. It's like we got like a little system going here. So he throws him into the lava, and like Rubik does this interesting like throw and jump off of him maneuver that really doesn't work. So Coin ends up but at this point Coin is consistently going through Rubik's bag looking for his blood dagger. He's just like, give it to me, I want it, I need it to kill them. And he's rooting for everything. And Rubik's just like, well, it's in my bag of holding and it's attuned to me, so you can't get it unless I tell you can get it.
Yep.
So he's just kind of like letting him root through his bag at this point.
Yeah, Rubik's like, he's a lost cause at this point. So Coin ends up throwing a rope down to Rubik to help try to get him up. Meanwhile, us up here in the upper right, the squirrel folk is actually not doing too bad. He's taken a hit or two, but he's actually delivered a couple of hits. He's holding up better than I expected him to. At least the squirrel folk got a report.
Yeah, yeah. They got reinforcements from all fucking over, man. Like, oh my god, from behind us, from in front of us, so many reinforcements. Oh, after a little bit of time, the portal like starts to react, and all of a sudden, what are they? Servants of Lulth?
Correct.
Yeah, servants of Lulth come out, and they're, I mean, what did you say? Were dark elves?
Dark elves, driders, spiders.
Yeah, not good.
We're about to go rip.
And yeah, they emerge from the portal, and that's pretty much where we left off.
There was a key switch up on the teams.
Oh, the Yakul, that little fucking piece of shit, cousin of the prince, revealed that he was on the other side. Piece of shit.
Right, which one is he in all this fray? I've forgotten.
He is the red guy.
The red dot.
Okay.
We all know.
Okay.
We all know.
Orin's pinging him right now.
I see it now, yeah. Just let me check something on there.
There's also a new team member on your guys' group that helped join the fight, and it was because of somebody else that had just recently joined you guys as well.
Oh, Bashier got one of the alive guy out of the cage and gave him a weapon or two.
So Bashier freed the gnoll that was still alive in one of the cages hanging over the lava pits, and he's freed him and armed him to help do combat. It looks like you pretty much after that, a lot of combat went down. Obviously, no one's gone down yet, but you guys are getting a little outnumbered. You guys are still fighting as hard as you can, though, taking out everybody you can. And we will start off there, but first we will do the intro. Jay, if you wouldn't mind getting that started.
The adventure
right. Are we continuing initiative where we left off?
Yeah, we will continue off initiative where we left off. Thank you for initiative, Ivan. Thank you for getting the song going, Orin. And we will begin. Let's see here. Actually, a bit of a ways up.
Right here.
Yeah. So if you want to copy and just paste it back down.
Yeah.
Obviously, minus Yakul. He is no longer a member of your group. We'll just replace him with the null.
That works.
Easier for everybody.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Sorry, I just want to make sure the music was going not at the same time as the theme song was there. So we got everybody starting off with you guys again as the demons have entered. Well, yeah, we can call them demons. Lolth and her one of her cults, her head cults, has now entered the realm, the material plane. This group is here to summon the demon, the father of the yokel, which is a demon that is only summoned and worships Lolth and only Lolth. This is what you guys have been foretold. This is the reason you are here. You guys have one purpose, and this purpose is to defeat this group of individuals. The wood elves of this place have obviously been very tainted, and their minds have been swayed. So unfortunately, you have to fight the wood elf Ember City Guard as well.
Mhm.
But you now realize who your real enemy is, and they have appeared. So we will start off with Bashier. Bashier, you have freed the Knoll, and when he breaks out of the cage, you hear the kind of like the creaking of the iron door just open up slowly. The Knoll slowly steps out. As you can see, he's been in there for a while and is a little cramped. He quickly begins to run over to the cage here where his ally is, the gnome, and starts kind of like reaching out to him and grabbing him as he's not responding. And you can see the Knoll is crying.
Right, I think last time Bashier like gave him the gem that the gnome had and told him like he's dead, fight for us for revenge.
Yes.
That whole deal. And then after that, Bashier now has tunnel vision. He is going to put his bow away and he is going to dash up towards Yakul. Gonna take the dash action, go right up next to Yakul. And then bonus action, I will drop the healing.
I'm sorry.
What was that?
Where would you like to move?
Right next to Yakul on his right side, or on his left side.
Okay. So this little bush, this little shrub just runs back onto the battlefield running towards Yakul.
Right, and then bonus action, Hunter's Mark on him. And that is my turn.
Yakul sees you run up next to him, and he stops and turns. Oh yes, that's right. Thank you. You actually see Yakul just kind of like laugh and snuff at you. Ah, you peasant! You thought that I was going to keep you around and have you as a friend. You are low life. You're a troglodyte. You're nothing to me. In fact, you'll be the first I kill and sacrifice to the goddess of love. And he's just going to grip his dagger and his rapier as he gets ready to, with the intent, look like he's ready to murder you.
Bashier just holds his spear up at him.
All right. Bashir's pissed. He was betrayed.
Yes.
It is now going to be Ivan's turn.
I am currently floating 15 feet above the ground.
Yes.
I am going to I'm going to attack this guy over here.
Okay.
From last session, there's a fairy fire on these two top guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I will attack him first with a metal bomb. I got a 23 to hit.
Hit.
17 damage.
All right, you basically see that his arm melts to his shield, and the weight of it literally rips off of his arms, like out of his shoulder socket. You can see that his arm has basically been dismembered through sheer weight of being alchemized by some sort of metal concoction that was whipped from this floating alchemist.
You will fall to my alchemy!
And the
And
whale's just screaming, ah!
I will attack him again with my second attack.
All right,
Higher, 25 to hit.
you hit.
15 damage.
All right, you basically throw another one, and it lobs right in the side of the face. And as he's screaming, you basically just hear just a quick ah, and it just cuts out as the metal just basically melts through his skull.
I am going to then use my bonus action to have my turret, my force ballista, you attack the guy next to the lava over here.
All right, stand right here.
No, he's not going to move.
Oh,
He has 120
that's right,
feet.
range.
Yeah, he's 120 foot
so
range.
shoot him.
Yep, he's going to shoot him. I believe it's... Yeah, 20. 21 to hit.
Hit.
It is... He takes 12 damage and is pushed back 5 feet. My intention is to push him into the lava. I'm not sure if I have quite that angle, but
Yeah, he basically gets shot right into the lava pit, and you just kind of you hear that famous like scream when someone flies off in the movies, in the Hollywood movies, like the "Wah!" kind of.
Wilhelm scream.
As he, the what?
Wilhelm scream.
Sorry,
The-
one more
Yes.
time.
The one
The
from
Wilhelm scream.
yeah, the one from
Yes.
Star Wars.
Yes, the one from Star
Oh,
Wars,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I didn't want to name drop anything, but
We
now
all
we're
know.
definitely getting sued.
I don't think
Um,
saying that will get us spot muted.
Yeah, no, you're good. I was just joking.
Alright.
But yeah, you see this wood elf gets shot into the lava pit. You just kind of as his spear and shield kind of mean nothing to him as he's using it to post up against you who was floating. He really didn't see that ballista coming.
and that'll be my turn.
All right, after Ivan is Sir Rubik, the lava mancer.
The lava mancer. Was I on the edge of the pit, or was I still in the pit last we ended? I don't remember.
You were climbing out of the pit.
Okay. Can I use? How deep am I in the pit currently?
You are halfway up the rope. It's 15 feet up.
All right, I'll just climb up the rest, I guess.
All right, roll athletics.
Sure. 21.
Oh yeah, you beast up there. So you climb up to the top finally, and you see that the rope that Coin threw you down is kind of burning at the end of it and starting to slowly burn up the rope. Coin, do you want to retrieve your rope back?
Yeah.
Okay. You coil your rope back up, and you kind of look to Rubik as you've kind of collected yourself now and gotten a grip on yourself. And Rubik is standing over the lava pit, and below Rubik, you actually see the Tiefling is just standing up looking at you as he's just standing on the lava.
What a badass.
He's looking at me or looking at Rubik?
Oh, he's looking at Rubik.
Oh, okay. I'm fine with that then.
So Rubik, you still have you only use 15 feet of your movement speed.
What tiefling standing on lava?
The one that you grabbed and full Nelson down into the pit.
I thought that was the Elven Prince.
No,
That was the second guy
and
you
you
put
just
in there.
tossed him in. You actually went down with this guy.
Oh, that
and
was
you
the
climbed out, and he's-
swordsmith.
Yeah, this guy.
Oh,
the
shit.
Tiefling is the sword.
Right, with the guy.
The one who was fighting Rat.
It's fine. I didn't drink a lot of beer last time. You look lonely down there. Let me get you a friend. How much movement did I use climbing out of the?
15 feet.
Okay. I move 1 square north.
Where would you like to go? I'm sorry.
Oh, 1 square up, 5 foot north on the map,
Okay.
and I will attack this guy with a grab.
Okay.
So it'll be contested. 14 with my first attack.
Miss. She just kind of uses both of
It's
her.
contested.
Oh,
It's a
that's right.
grapple.
I'm sorry. I thought it was melee.
Oh no, grapple. Sorry.
Yep. Athletics or acrobatics. Nope.
All right. I will bring her. I will move 5 foot down for 10 movement. Actually, I'll move. Can I move to this square? Sorry, for 5 feet.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I will attempt to shove her into the pit also.
Okay.
And so I'll make a shove attack. 14 again.
Is that what is that verse?
It's contested again. Shove, grapple, and it's all the same. It's contested for either
Okay.
to grapple, to knock prone, or to push 10 feet away.
Okay, cool. Assuming
So
they don't make it 7.
No, they do not make it.
so I push them into the pit.
Good thing there's 4 pits here.
I'm trying to like aim at the guy, at the tiefling that's down in there. It's like burn with the rest of them, and I just shuck them like in football, like a lineman.
Wait, wasn't that the prince's bodyguard?
Yeah, it was the prince's bodyguard that's down there, but he's still alive. He's like all right in the lava.
No, the woman that you're grabbing and throwing down right now.
Oh yeah, she was the mean bitch, huh?
She is the bodyguard of the prince that you threw in before. So you throw her down in there, and you actually see the tiefling kind of like looks over and like kind of like steps aside as she falls right in face first and just dies, just melts to death.
Perfect.
You should have caught her.
And he just kind of looks back up at you, and he's just staring at you.
Let's see. I used 15 plus 5 plus 10. 30. I have 15 movement left. Is there anybody else I can get next to you? No. Don't judge me.
How many people can I throw into the lava in one turn?
That's why he's got a lot of movement.
Hey, might as well use it.
I look over at Coin, and he seems to have like gathered himself. Yes.
From what you could tell a little bit, yeah, just his facial expressions, you could tell he's gathered himself for the most part.
Did your friend survive? It's Coin.
I don't know.
DM.
No, Coin, you know. No, thank you. You know, Coin, you know that unfortunately, Nestler died.
Well, fuck me.
Tell that they tortured him like beyond measure. Like, you know, the torturing that they did to him was like inhuman in a sense, and he died very slowly and painfully.
Who did that?
The Wood Elf Prince and basically the cult of Wolf.
Well, I'm just gonna look to Rubik and like shake my head no.
Sorry. I was looking through my items. I thought I had something that I don't. Alex, wherever. I look at Coin. He appears to have like his short bow or whatnot with him.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I have two, in fact.
I'm not gonna use the rest of the movement. Rubik, just let's kill this bastard, and I like just kind of like heft a javelin and like look down into the pit.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
So you kind of talk to Coin a little bit, and you obviously throw another person in the lava.
As one does.
It's a, it's a barbecue.
Try to clear up their action
It will
economy. I
now
like
be
it.
Going
Rask.
down in a burning ring of fire.
Oh shit! Rubik's Johnny Cash confirmed.
Confirmed.
Except for it wasn't you who sang it, so is it Rubik that's Johnny Cash?
I don't know. Bashir's a bit short to be Johnny Cash.
I'm gonna unfollow Kuuretsu now.
Rask, it is your turn.
It is my turn. Elwyn looks a little bit more beat up, right? Or rather
Yeah,
beat
Elwyn's
up.
getting pretty beat up. He's bleeding quite a bit.
God. Fuck. I'm not in touch range. If I come here, can I can reach him, right?
Reach who?
Elwyn between you.
Yeah,
Okay.
this guy's dead.
Oh, that guy's dead?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got the
Okay.
little X in his upper right.
Oh, sorry. I'm used to it using the giant red X.
Oh, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, no, Rask is gonna move over here. Over here.
Well, I'll instead of moving from there, because if you leave combat, she'll get an attack opportunity. So I'll allow you to
I
just
don't.
move down and then move over.
Well, I mean, I am leaving her range anyway, so. Because I was right next to her.
You were here originally.
Oh, was I? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you
Sorry.
wanted to move here first in between them, and then.
Sorry,
go on.
I was. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
That's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm like, is Kuuretsu testing me or something? What's going on?
No, my bad.
That's all good. So down and over, and you'll be in
Yeah.
between Bashier and Elwyn now.
Yes. I'm going to cast. Prayer of Healing?
Okay.
Wait, no. Wait, no, never mind. That has a long casting time. Never mind. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Elwyn
Okay.
at a second level. So it's 2d8 plus 4, I believe. Yes. Wait. My casting modifier is plus 4. Okay. So Elwyn heals 11.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to spiritual weapon at the monk.
Okay.
Wait, no. At the trader. At the trader.
Hit the
Trader's
trader.
going. The trader's going down.
You're like, Elwyn, you can hang out a little bit longer.
I have more pressing matters to deal with. I believe it's
And
plus.
Elwyn thanks you as he's struggling to hold back the two other opponents he has in front of him.
Yeah. Yes, kill the slippery snake. No, I'm not a. Okay, that's a 25 to hit.
Oh yeah, you hit.
Okay. That's prayer of heal. Let me open. Why won't it let me open that one? Okay, there it goes. It is 12 damage.
Nice.
So you just kind of see the blacksmith hammer / warhammer that just kind of like smash down on the traitor. However you want to do that.
What weapon did you use? Oh, the
It's
hammer?
a blacksmith's hammer, yeah, really,
Okay.
but
So you stand behind Rask and behind Bashier, and while you're holding your glaive, you're kind of throwing him off a little bit, and all of a sudden this glowing like hammer spins out from like left field and just hits him in the side of the face. And you actually see like a tooth fly out of his mouth, and it just kind of hits the floor, and what the hell was that? As he's holding his jaw and still kind of keeping his wits about him, keeping his sword in front of him.
Rask is just gonna look at him and smile. Divine retribution. In response to him asking what was that.
I don't think Bashier would have
And,
even
So
noticed.
he just kind of is staring at you and then staring back at Bashier, not sure which one of you did that or what's going on.
I don't think Bashier would have noticed because he's small enough where it probably just went over Bashir's head.
Oh yeah, it definitely did. All you saw as you were staring at him is this golden hammer-looking thing, or like to you would be a club, came out of nowhere and smacked him in the side of the face.
Beneath the shroud of the ghillie suit, Bashir just grins widely.
Rask, after that, would you like to do anything else?
No, that's all my actions.
Okay. So Rask is all set there, taking a defensive position there. Orin, the wizard, you are kind of. I mean, you're standing off right now. It looks like you're face to face with the. Looks like you're heading the charge on the new guys who just entered the room, the new kids on the block. What are you gonna do?
Orin's gonna frontline tank.
All right.
As the wizards do.
Yeah,
Frontline
as
tank.
wizards do. Well, shit. I'm gonna drop a fireball right there. Actually, we'll do it right there.
What do they got to beat, a 17 or an 18?
17.
What level spell?
3. Third.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Roll.
4.
No.
Oh no, never mind. I'm sorry. Okay, Okay, so when you were about to cast a fireball, you actually see that the character over here is going to raise her staff, and she's going to counter your spell.
I don't think you have to roll if it's third or lower.
Oh no, it instantly happens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Anything fourth or higher is.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
The spell fails and has no effect. Okay.
I think the only thing that can counter it is if you're a sorcerer and you use like quiet spell or whatever that metamagic feat is.
Yeah. So you see as you cast the spell, Orin, your spell is absorbed into her staff and just kind of like sits inside of like a glowing kind of orb as it dissipates into it. And she smiles at you and she says, "Your spells will have no effect on us, wizard."
I'm gonna move over to here then.
Orin's like, "I'm out."
Look this shit, I'm out.
All right.
Do I see any of that happen?
What's your passive perception?
It's not great. Oh, it's actually decent. 15.
Yeah, you see it happen.
Orin, switch fronts. They can't dispel my alchemy.
Okay.
As you see Orin frantically like running in between the two groups, not knowing where to go now. It is now going to be after Orin's turn, Coin's turn. Everybody golf clap for Coin being back.
Coin.
Yay! I'm gonna pull out my short bow and I'm gonna do a little little like peek over the side and shoot that tiefling.
All right. Roll for attack.
Haven't done this in a while, so
Take your time now.
careful now.
Don't want you getting hit.
I'm assuming that he knows that I'm there, right?
Oh yeah, he sees you.
Damn it. 16 to hit.
The arrow looks like it goes right towards him, but just disappears.
Well, hmm. What can coin do? Is it? That's a dumb question. Never mind. is- I think that's all I can really do.
Been so long since he played, he doesn't remember what coin does.
No, I remember what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my cunning action and try to hide from him.
All right, where would you like to hide?
Is this thing like raised that I'm by, or is it just like flat on the ground?
This is like a pit in the ground. These are like cages hanging above that like would be extended out. These are like torturing tables over here. This is where Nestler was. His body's on this table. That's where you were originally hiding.
Okay, now when you say this thing is like hanging above it, what's it hanging by?
It looks like a giant like a pulley system, but it's also like on a crane of some sort. So it's on like a pulley and pivot system out from the wall, and then it's like a crane that can raise and lower.
So would a sword be able to cut some type of rope to make that drop onto this area?
You'd have to work them. You'd have to go over and move some of the levers to see how you get it over there. But yeah.
Oh yeah, that's out of my wheelhouse. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to hide from this.
Okay.
Um.
Roll a stealth check.
25.
25.
Yeah.
You basically just pretend to run away from the edge of the pit and make it look like you're no longer interested in shooting at him, and you hope that he buys that.
Good. Yeah, that's all I can really do. So.
All right, it'll be Sorthal's turn. Sorthal is going to he's going to attack this guy, the Drow swordsman. Hit.
Whoa, so Sorthal's not allowed to hit things.
Other than himself.
Sorthal actually takes off the head of the Drow warrior. And is now going to turn to this one and start doing combat with the spearman that is kind of standing off with him. And he's also kind of trying to defend himself from the swordsman that's over next to him as well, and keeping an eye on the squirrel folk, who seems to be holding his own for the most part. So Sorthal is actually going to whip around, and then he's going to after he cuts off the head of the drow, he's going to point his right arm and cast an eldritch blast right in the face of the spearman. Miss. Unfortunately, goes right into the shield of the spearman, and he blocks the attack, seeing it coming a mile away, since he's already tried doing a couple eldritch blasts already. After that, you see that it's going to be Dev's turn. He's going to face off with the spearman as well. 7, miss. He's dancing. 6, miss. Those are both hits. basically stabs the elf right in the side of the arm, and as the elf's trying to push away, then you see that he reaches over and cuts right into the top of the top of his lower left thigh. And you see that he cuts a good like artery, and blood starts squirting out from it. And you can see Dev's just basically picking off small pinpoint precision spots to basically slow this guy down. He's just kind of toying with him in a sense. Oh yeah. Even with is an Eldritch Blast for level 7, can't you cast it after you attack or you melee attack?
No, it's an action to cast.
Yeah.
Oh, then never mind. All right, he missed anyway, so it wouldn't have worked. I thought there was something that allowed him to. I'll have to look that up later. Maybe I misread it. So after Dev attacks, Squirrelfolk's going to try to spear that guy in front of him, the swordsman. Miss. The Knoll. He's going to run up on one of the elven archers in the back there. Big swing and a miss. Then he's going to use a bite attack. Big swing and a miss. Wow, lots of 8s. Alright, it's going to be the enemy's turn now. So you guys have basically squared off with as many people as you can as trying to hold back the people that you've been fighting with for the whole time. So now it's going to be the elves' turns, the wood elf turns. So we'll go with up here with the first group. So Bashier, you see that an arrow whizzes past your head as it flies past Rask as well. And you actually see another arrow land right into Elwyn's right shoulder. As Elwyn takes another hit of damage. You muted for a second?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. Technical difficulty there. So after that elves attack, it's going to be the monk here in front of Elwyn. He's going to try to grapple Elwyn. Wow, why do I keep rolling doubles here? So 4, 5. Technically, it would still go to the offender, right? Even for grapples. Okay, yep, it does. So Elwyn, you actually see Elwyn gets grappled to the ground, and she's going to try to pull him towards the pit over here. As she can see that Rubik is doing a pretty good job of doing the same thing. It seems to be a very beneficial tactic, so she's going to try to do the same thing. But she seems to be the one who's doing the chants and the sermons for trying to get this ritual going. So looks like she's not only been doing a lot of the murdering of these bodies that have been laying around here, but she obviously needs more people to fuel the ritual. So she's going to take Elwyn. This guard is going to move forward and attack you, Bashier.
Wait, hold on. Oh no, that's not considered an attack, is it?
What?
She was within 10 feet of me, so I have reach. I could attack to interrupt.
You don't get attack of opportunities on forced movement.
Right, but I wouldn't be attacking Elwyn. I would be attacking the monk that is forcing the movement.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would allow that to be an attack of opportunity then.
I misheard what was happening.
Yeah,
My bad.
that's okay. That's a
hit.
26 to hit.
Oh, that's a
With
hit.
that's 15 damage, and her movement is reduced to 0.
Okay. So you basically, pretty much, as she grapples Elwyn, as he's like panting and breathing heavily, and there's blood pouring out of him. Rask, you kind of just take your glaive and you just kind of like pry it between the two of them, and you just like kind of like before you can realize that there's going to be you slashing forward, she kind of moves back and lets go of him. And
Nice.
you actually cut her really good, and you can see there's blood dripping down from the side of her gut there, and you could tell now she realizes that you're not Elwyn's not by himself anymore. She now realizes that there's an ally right behind him, and she just kind of hisses at you as she says something in Abyssal, and this elvish spearman is not going to move forward. Then he's just going to stay right where he is, and he's going to try to attack Elwyn then. Hit. Oh, that was a D6. I'm sorry. All right. Elwyn gets stabbed right in the side of the hip, and you can see that the elf warrior, as he stabs, he twists the spear as well and pulls it out. And Elwyn kind of takes a knee as he screams and holds his breath for a moment as he tries to not let out too much pain and show that he's weakening, but he's taking a pretty good beating. After that, it's going to be over here. Let's see, behind you guys over here, your stump, your little robot.
No, junkie.
So 14 was the highest attack.
Miss.
Okay. Both swordsmen seem to miss Ivan's little robot that's just sitting there.
Junkie's bobbing and weaving, man.
Yeah, apparently. The little artificer robot is just dodging these elven swordsmen. The wood elves don't look like fools this day, of course.
Well, maybe they should just give up and retreat.
Yeah, that's what I think they're going to do that. These two archers over here, they're actually going to basically they get distracted by this knoll, and they're gonna start doing combat with this guy. You see one of them takes a shot as he moves back. Natural 20.
Ow.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Not my new buddy. I just lost an old. I just had one betray me. Now I'm gonna have one
Oh
die.
my god.
Do you even know his name?
No.
But he's my
Not
best
new
friend.
buddy. Pharaoh, stop.
This guy, this archer right here is basically he's just gonna kind of swing his bow. He's gonna try to swing his bow around, but you see he has no time, so he's actually just gonna try to punch the. Are you
Oh
kidding?
my god.
Wow. You really
Roll
want
this
this
little
knoll dead.
So he punches him square in the nose. I'm actually gonna let him roll a D4 for that, even though it's just supposed to be 1 plus his strength there. Oh, of course. Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't he get max on everything?
God damn!
Oh boy.
So this knoll is just getting beat up right out the gate. Unfortunately, he's not doing too well.
At least he's soaking enough damage.
Like, as a player, I say better him than me, but...
You see this tiefling is actually going to start levitating out of the hole. And he's just going to land right here. Rubik, you see that he's actually just going to sheath his sword, and he looks over at the witch that has appeared out of the portal, and he smiles and says, "It is now your time to have some fun. I'm done with these imbeciles." As he is going to he's going to try to teleport away, but you get an attack of opportunity if you'd like. Well, a grapple opportunity. I don't. Well, no, because you don't have your weapon out,
out
do
of
you?
the pit, you said?
Yeah.
Wouldn't I get an attack of opportunity on him?
Yeah, you would. Well, he never. Yeah, technically he entered your space. He's trying to leave it now because you only get an attack of opportunity when someone's leaving.
Oh right, yes, because Sentinel. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
So since he's leaving now, I would allow that. But do you have a weapon out right now, or do you want to just use your fists?
Lava pit whack-a-mole.
I mean, because you can shove people and grapple people with one hand.
Yeah.
So I never put my sword away. Like I just carry it normally, just out of the sheath.
Okay. All right. So then, yeah, I'll allow you to get an attack of opportunity on him with your greatsword.
All right.
Or your long sword. I'm sorry.
Greatsword.
Oh, greatsword. Yeah. Other way around.
This one. 21 to hit. Oh, I'm sorry. 20 to hit. Straight 20.
20?
20 to hit. Yeah.
Oh, 20 to hit. Okay. You see that as he's about to teleport away, you can see that it actually phases right through him as he's already. It looks like he's like an after image in a sense, and he's already gone. And he kind of smiles at you and he says, "Rubik, we will meet again one day. You are a fearsome warrior."
Rubik he's just in Dwarvish. He's just like, I don't know Dwarvish brogue, so fuck you, basically, in Dwarvish as he fucking disappears. But it sounds a little more classy coming in a different language to the rest of the party. Rubik's just angry. And I quickly look around to throw someone else in the lava. Who's the closest?
We got
Next
a traitor
victim.
that's
Coin?
closest.
Coin is also pretty close.
Whoa, whoa.
I'm angry. You're going in now.
Coin. Can we
So
change that dot above coin to purple?
After the Tiefling leaves, you see that the Cult of Loth that has just entered is now going to take their turn.
Oh, that's right. We have a giant group of enemies that we haven't fought with yet.
Don't they pass their first turn?
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's inside of him. They've merged as one. I wonder how strong his driders are. Let's see if they can go in the lava too. Fuck these guys. Did you see Rubik's just dragging over a giant half spider, just as it's trying to crawl away with like 7 legs?
Nope.
Rubik just has him in a headlock, and he's just dragging him.
I just see him as like one hand dragging like a toddler just to the pit.
Just got him by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, I'm like dragging him like a toddler out of the store that's having a tantrum.
Like, I don't want to go. Oh, you're going.
You're going.
Good mom. No.
All right.
What kind of shrieks of terror do driders make?
Inhuman.
We gonna find out.
The witch over here is actually going to reflect back the staff of what she was using before, and she's just going to launch the fireball that Orin used right here. So Orin, Ivan, and Rubik. Even though you're flying as well, it still reaches.
I'm gonna cast counterspell.
What's up, Orin?
I'm gonna cast counterspell.
Ooh, okay.
You two could play that game.
Yeah,
Yep.
fuck that bitch.
Since it's the third level spell, it'll instantly just disappear, and you see that you just kind of instantly get rid of the spell. Like, there's nothing left. This time it doesn't get absorbed, it doesn't get taken, so you just kind of like, you're like, I'm done with this. You're done with this as well. Like, I started the spell and I'm finishing it.
How dare you use my spell against me?
The witch just smiles and she says, "You are quite clever, wizard, but let's see if you can hold against your own with this." And she's going to She's going to reach out her hand and she's going to start chanting something, and it looks like she's using a concentration spell of some sort.
Wait, so she can cast. Sure, whatever. Sorry.
So this Drider here is actually going to attack Ellen and Rask. 12 to hit.
Miss.
And then the next one down here is actually going to shoot its hand crossbow at Coin.
Ooh, nice.
The hand crossbow is going to break. The Drider instantly just gets fed up with it and just throws it off to the side, and it kind of just smashes against the floor over here in this area and scares some of the spiders that are running towards you guys. The Drider is just gonna get fed up with it. You see it pulls out a very long, like sword-looking lance blade that it's been wielding on its back, and starts to crawl towards you even further. After the spider's turn, and after the Cult of Lolth, it is now going to be back to the hero's turn. Starting off with Bashier. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Yukul needs to go. He's actually going to attack Bashier.
Fucking traitor.
12.
Nope, miss.
He's going to use... he's going to use a Ring of Hold Person on you, so you have to roll...
Will save.
Wisdom, I think.
Yep.
Wisdom
Wisdom.
saving throw, good sir. You have to beat a 16. Yeah, 16.
Wisdom save.
Yep.
Ah, 13.
He holds the ring and out really quick after he misses his attack, and he says, "Ha! There! Now you cannot get me." And he's going to turn and look at his Rask. Kind of seems to be like a little preoccupied with Elwyn, but he underestimates Rask's abilities as he's going to try to run away. Rask, attack of opportunity.
Lovely. (18 to hit).
You do hit. It goes the attacker, and you land.
Okay, 15, and
See,
no
yeah.
movement.
So you actually slash the side of his face, and you actually cut off a part of his ear, the upper part of his ear.
Does
So you
that
cut
affect his
ear in half.
concentration on the spell?
What's up?
Does that affect his concentration on the spell?
Hold person.
Hold person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's from a magical item, unfortunately. So.
Okay.
Much like my fly isn't concentration based because it came from my feather.
Yep.
You said 15 damage, Rask?
15.
Okay.
Right, that's great damage.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I'm quite happy with
All right.
it.
You basically slash from the upper part of his lip all the way back from his cheek, cutting his ear in half, and all the way to the back of his head. And he kind of ducks past. He says, "Ah, you bastard!" As he's going to run down. You ruined my good looks.
His because of Sentinel, he can't run anymore.
Oh.
His movement
Okay.
speed is reduced to 0.
All right, then he stays right there. Why can I not move? Why are my legs frozen? As he stares at you, Rask, with fear.
Rask is just gonna point to his ear, or like where his ear would be. It suits you.
And he's gonna look down at the evil bush that's been attacking him as well. This is mad! This is madness!
No! Alright, I'm not gonna do the meme.
This is time for not fucking betray people.
Bad, yeah, cool. After his turn, it will now be Bashir's turn.
Right, don't I have to roll to see if I can get out of it again?
Correct.
Yes.
Beat a 16.
Nat 20.
Oh snap!
So not only do you break the whole person spell, but as you break free, I will give you advantage on your next attack against Yakul.
Alright. Bashier is going to try and jab his spear right into him. So, I'll roll 2d20 then. That would be a 24.
22?
24.
Oh, 24, yeah.
No, you're right, 22. Sorry.
Yeah, 20, yeah. 16 plus 6, 22.
22.
You basically lunge the spear right into his hip. And when you do you want to just pull it out and keep stabbing him, or do you want to leave it inside of him?
Oh, he's going to pull it out and keep stabbing him. Let me roll damage
Right.
for this, though, because he's already hurt, which means I get Colossus Slayer. So that is a, hold on. So the spear you gave me is... Sorry, I got a lot of things I have to add to this damage. Just double checking. Yep. So that is... 1d10 plus 1d8 plus 1d6 for Hunter's Mark plus, I believe, check this. Yes. Yep. That's it. And let's see if I typed that in right. Yep. That's 11 damage.
All right. So you stab Yakul
Yeah, 2 on the
for 11
yeah.
damage.
Yep.
Ah, you bastard! Ah! And he's just gonna look at both of you. You're just basically stabbing him to death and slicing him apart as he's trying to get away from you.
Bashier is going to take the spear out, lick the blood off of the blade, and then go for his leg, try and like cripple him basically if he can.
Okay.
Ooh, 10. Probably not gonna hit.
Unfortunately, yeah, that is a miss.
Mm.
You go for his legs, and you see that he, even though he can't move them, he kind of like bends his one knee down just to get out of the way, and just barely. And he looks at you and says, "You heathen! I will have you hung for this."
You will not live past this hour.
And he looks terrified as you say that, and he looks at you and Rask.
Rask bares his teeth in agreeance.
After Bashir's turn, it will be Sir Ivan's turn.
I am going to. Actually, how far am I away? That's conveniently my range. I will fly over to here. And then I'll throw psychic bombs at her.
Okay.
I got a 17 for the first one and a 16 for the second one.
Both misses.
Okay.
So you throw the bombs, and you can actually see that they kind of like explode pre-impact of where she is, and they kind of like blow up in a dome around her. and she kind of looks confused as like to what that was or whatever that was thrown at her.
I will use
Who dares oppose us?
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
If she looks confused, I'm gonna let her be confused. I will use my bonus action to use my force turret.
Okay. There are a lot of people in the way. Just a heads up.
Oh. 23 to hit.
You shoot and it does get close, but misses.
Okay.
It actually goes like right past one of her ornamental like webbings that is behind her, and she kind of gets startled for a moment and flinches.
I will end my turn.
All right. After that, it is going to be Rubik's turn.
Yes. Rubik looks around.
The lava pit is hungry for more.
Who does he see first? Does he see? I mean, he notices the Drider, but he knows this motherfucker over here is a traitor.
You do know your cool has betrayed you.
This motherfucker. I see my three party members there, right?
Yeah, and you also see Orin. You see Orin is in between you as well, kind of casting spells, keeping spells from getting casted on you guys.
Yeah, and I mean, Ivan's right there doing his thing.
He's floating above you about 15
yeah,
feet.
He's got his god like mentality going on. Like, I'm a chemist. I'm above the average mortal. I went to college.
Yeah, but now he's stuck with all those loans. Joke's on him.
So, alright. So this guy that we were gonna kill went away. He's an asshole. And as the guy I swing and kind of miss, and like the guy like kind of fades into nothingness, I turn over to Coin, and then I look over this way. Then I look back at Coin, and I say, "She's the one that killed your friend. She directed all of this. Let's chop her into pieces." I will use my action to dash, and I will move here. Oh, actually, I'll move here. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna move. Oh, how do you do it? I'm learning how to touchpad.
Wait,
What
I
was
thought
the
your
thing?
PC was
Q?
right.
Q. I will move there. I will take an attack of opportunity from whoever this is.
Yep.
Hit, I assume.
18 and 27.
Reckless.
Well, it's a single attack of opportunity. It's not an attack action.
Oh.
Then I don't think Rubik recklessed.
Yeah, I did. I reckless during my attack of
so
opportunity.
Then, yeah, that's what I was doing.
So he would get advantage. Okay.
Yeah. So he has advantage. So
Okay.
19 plus something.
19 plus 6, so 25.
Oh, hit for sure.
Wait, did you reckless when you were throwing the guy into the lava?
I had no, I had advantage just because it was a contested roll, but I recklessed for the attack of opportunity, so it falls over to the next turn.
Oh, okay. Alright.
And then so this guy expended his reaction, yeah.
Yep, 19 damage. And you can't get. You have immunes to poison
I have.
or resistance.
Is it resistance? Let me look.
You have resistance.
Resistance and advantage versus poison.
Okay. Roll a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Con save. The higher of the two, so that's 15.
15.
Mhm.
Okay. You barely beat the poison. You could feel that you feel nauseated and dizzy for a moment, but you eventually just kind of make yourself puke really quick and just kind of throw up the poison before it makes you feel any more ill. And you just stare at the queen as there's like a little bit of puke on your beard. You just kind of stare at her. You don't really. I mean, do you want to wipe it off or just want to stare at her?
My hands are busy currently.
All right. So you just kind of stare down after you puke and make sure the poison doesn't affect you. But luckily, the poison is resisted by your dwarvish blood.
There's an audible. Pretty much my whole turn is me sprinting forward, and then like an audible tightening of the grip on my greatsword around the leather wrap on the handle, and that's like my whole turn.
I like to think that you just lock eyes with her and then just completely straight face, and then just a bunch of puke just pours out of your mouth as you're staring at her.
It's not like a whole lot. It's like just like a little bit.
I'm just thinking cartoon style, where it just like pours out like a fountain.
I am
Him in the other room.
It's not the first time I've been in battle being sick. I'm a dwarf. We often fight after with a hangover.
Alright.
And that's let's see. Bonus action. No bonus action. That's it. That's me. Next.
Would be Rask.
That's next up is Rask.
Okay. Well, Rask is going to. Damn it.
Sorry, DM. Could I move 5 foot north?
Yeah, I would allow that.
I still have tons of movement left. I have like 35. Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep in range of everybody. I just wanted to be more next to the bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
More next to the pitch.
Yeah.
Elwyn's to one knee. Okay. Rask is going to take a swing at Yakul.
Okay. Oh, that's a hit. That was
21
close
to
an
hit.
actual 22.
That was very close. It's 13 damage.
13.
13.
You stab him in the gut, and you see that as you do, there's almost a bit of a hesitation, and he kind of steps back, and you can see that he's not doing too well, and he's not looking so good. He kind of looks up at you, and he says, "You fools! You're ruining everything. You're supposed to die."
I thought you were already dead. Is what Rask is going to reply with. And he's going to swing the hammer around at him.
Okay.
So
This guy's like, haha, I've betrayed you. Oh god, no!
13, 13 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. And then that's Rask is going to turn his attention back to Elwyn mainly. Is it a move action to withdraw something from my pack?
You can do that once, right? You can do that
Yeah.
once for a free action.
It's a free action to interact
Yeah.
with an object.
Okay. Well, I was gonna pull out potions and to hand to Elwyn on his turn.
You could do one potion as a free action.
Yeah, so one potion.
It's an action to drink it.
Right, but I can pull it out. I can't feed it to him in this, can I?
Right. It's an action to feed it to somebody. Also.
Well, I mean, yeah. So I only have my movement left, so that's it.
So
I
yeah,
pull
you
out a
can
potion
take it
for
out,
him.
like hand it.
So you just take it out and get it ready.
To hand to him, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to say anything to Elwin to let him know, or do you just want to like have it ready and tell him later?
Elf, drink it.
He's gonna turn and look behind you as he's kind of like clashing with the opponents in front of him. And he says, "All right, give me 1 second." In Elvish.
Yes, in Elvish. I mean, Rask is probably in the middle of just speaking in Draconic because he's just fighting.
And Bashier understands everything.
I was gonna say
Yes.
Bashir's the only person who understands everything going on.
Poor Elwin.
Is everyone speaking in all these languages?
And he doesn't care. That's the best part.
It's a
is
giant battlefield of languages.
He's ignoring everything right now.
R.I.P. Elwin, he shall be missed. So, after Rask's turn, it will now be Sir Orin's turn.
I'm going to cast Mind Spike on this guy. Makes a Wisdom saving throw.
Who you casting on the
Hold on.
Drider?
Let's
Oh.
do-
Oh, okay. Uh, 16.
So he fails.
Tell your landlord to run up a character sheet.
17 damage.
So, what does this spell do?
So besides taking the damage, on a failed save, I always know the target's location until the spell ends, but only while the two of you are on the same plane of existence. While you have this knowledge, the target can't become hidden from you, and if it's invisible, it gains no benefits from that condition against you.
All right. You actually, so when you cast the spell, you actually see that he was wounded, and as he's getting ready to run towards you, just kind of like as you're staring off at the witch who's kind of been like challenging you, you just flash your hand back, not even looking, and you just kill him instantly.
Okay.
You just kind of flash your hand, and a spell raises from your hand and hits him directly in the face, and you see it like kind of consumes him, and he just starts gagging and choking, and he's like, oh, oh. And he falls to the ground kicking, and he just dies. So you guys all can see Orin's pretty pissed. He's being challenged by another sorcerer, and he's not liking it. Orin's not taking other shit.
Keep on it, Orin.
So after Orin demolishes that elvish spearman, what would you like to do next, Orin? Do you want to move or do anything else?
No, I'm just gonna stay there.
All right. So you hang tight. You just kind of stay in a defensive position as best you can. It will now be Coin's turn.
Coin is going to use his bonus action first.
Okay.
To dash here. And then I'm going to use my cantrip Green Flame Blade on this lady.
Wait, what are you using?
Green Flame Blade. Basically what it'll do is it'll do an extra 1d8 to her, and then a 1d8 plus 4 to this person in fire damage.
Okay. This is actually not a lady. This is actually a demon.
Okay.
Demons
attack
can
the
be
demon,
ladies.
then.
It is the Yokel, the thing that you guys were trying to prevent from summoning.
Yes.
So, and I get advantage since Dan is or Rubik is flanking them.
Correct.
So 18 to hit.
Miss. You see a large, slimy tentacle just snaps back at you as you try to swing, and it almost gets you, so you step back before completing the attack. You realize that this demonoid creature is very quick for being such a slimy looking tree. It looks very abnormal, very nightmarish. It has one demonic eye sitting at the top of it, just moving around rapidly and twistingly as it looks almost as if it's in immense amount of pain at all times.
Then I'll attack with my short sword.
All right, you swing your short sword.
Zap. 23.
That is a hit.
Okay. So, since technically I get advantage, I also do sneak attack damage.
Correct.
So, it'll be 4d6. So that's 21, and then I do. So that flame blade works until I hit. Yeah.
Yep.
As part of the spell.
It's the next melee attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she'll take. This lady will take an additional 6, and this person takes 10.
Again, this is the drow. This
Yes.
is the demon, Eric.
So the drow takes 10, and the demon
Alright.
takes 6.
All right.
So she takes 27 total, and the drow takes 10.
All right, 27 you said?
Yes, correct.
Okay. You see the creature seems very minimally affected by it, but the drow definitely takes some burn damage, and kind of like the drow's face gets burned on this, like gets singed, and she kind of like ah, and she stares daggerly at you, and she says, "You'll die here, bird."
Doubt it.
After Coin's turn, it'll be Sorthal's turn. Sorthal's gonna swing on the spearmen. Natural 1. Attack opportunity. Miss. Sorry, I don't even want Sorthal to move. Sorthal's just gonna stay right where he is. You see that this squirrel folk is going to attack the Elvish warrior above him. Miss. Dev is going to attack this warrior here. Oh yeah. So you see he basically just spins around and cuts one of the arms and the head off of the Elvish warrior in front of him. And then he's just going to run up and get right here, and then he's going to attack this guy that the squirrel was attacking. Both hits. You see that he basically slices off. He basically stabs both swords into the Elvish warrior and stabs him into the wall, and then takes them out and then just chops off his head like a scissor-like motion. And you can see Dev is now now he's becoming he's hitting higher and he's doing more damage. So you can see the more is the longer he's within combat, the stronger he gets. And you notice that he's getting kind of a little bit more barbaric in his combat style. Next, it will be the Knoll. The Knoll's going to attack this elvish archer down here. Hopefully, not get beat up like before. Miss. He's going to try to bite attack.
Come on, buddy.
Miss.
Doubles on him are just insane.
He's trying. I mean, he's trying.
Yeah, I mean,
It is
like
now
he
going
got
to be-
double. He got doubles on his last time, and then they got 2 nat 20s to hit him. I'm just saying, like the doubles in relation to him.
So, after the Knoll's turn is now going to be the Elf's turn. So we'll start off up here. These guys are going to start swinging. Actually, just do all three, or actually, it's not supposed to be 3. Sorry, ignore that. We're doing 2. They'll get an attack of opportunity. Hit. He actually kills this elvish warrior on on his turn. As the elvish warrior kind of like lunges his sword, he goes, "Ugh!" And you see Dev just kind of like leans forward as if the attack is gonna hit, but he kind of grazes inward, and then he's just gonna headbutt him and break his nose right into his brain. And the squirrel folk just seems petrified by Dev. He is just like horrified that he's just killed 3 people in less than 6 seconds.
Good.
And Sorthal's just still squaring off with this guy, so he doesn't really pay much mind. These 2 guys are going to attack Ivan's robot friend here.
Yes.
It looks like they both miss again. I don't. Highest is going to be a 10.
Bring on more enemies, is
Okay.
what Junkie says.
All right. The 2 archers are going to attack the Knoll. This one's going to punch him again.
2 nat 20s.
Yep. Oh my god, that was me. It's 20. 16, 17, hit for 4 damage or 3 damage. Oh, I'm sorry, 2. So this one's going to shoot at him. Hit. Oh, it's D6 again. Be a D8. Less damage. That's good.
Poor boy's just getting his shit stomped.
Oh, you see the Knoll gets shot again, and you see when he does, he's just staring these elves down with no fear, no mercy. He is just like a relentless animal, just unleashed. That he's just attacking them, even though he's being punished with it pretty mercilessly. After that one's turn, it's going to be these guys up here. This one's going to come in at you, Orin. Die, wizard! If I kill you, I will gain high regard! And he's going to lunge his sword at you.
The pause for
That's going to be 12.
Miss.
You just kind of dodge to the side. Do you want to give him a look or say something to him?
Just gonna blow a raspberry at him. Just go.
He doesn't know what to he doesn't know how to respond, and he kind of looks embarrassed. Classic. That's classic Orin. Always blowing raspberries at people.
Especially mortal enemies.
Yep.
So after the elf runs up and tries to attack Orin, he misses. This guy is going to try to attack Bashier since he cannot move.
You're cool.
Bashier, because you're wait.
Natural 1.
Sit.
So Bashier, you will get an attack of opportunity on him.
All right.
Wait. No, never mind.
He can't move because you hit him.
Right.
Yeah, you big sentinel.
We can move now, can't he?
Or
Yeah,
is
he
it-
can
this
move
is just
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's until it just
He would still
for
get
that
2
to
attacks of opportunity if he
Yeah,
moved. But
he's just gonna stay his ground. He can barely run anyways. He's coughing up blood.
especially with the natural 1 again. Oh, okay.
11.
Miss. The traitor is coughing up blood. you see that he is going to he's going to pull out a vial of some sort, so he's going to drink it.
Full restore.
Shit.
Goddamn Elite Four.
Does drinking a potion give you attack of opportunity?
You see when he does, he starts to kind of smile and laugh, and he says, "Now you will see the true power of Lolth." This spearman is going to attack Elwyn. Miss. She's going to try to grapple Elwyn again. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Yep. She grabs Elwyn in a chokehold. Rask?
Hold on.
Or did you already use your reaction?
I mean, it's been a turn since then, so I have another one. Sorry. Yes, I can attack of opportunity that with Sentinel.
Okay.
$18 to hit.
You hit.
8 damage.
All right, you stop her again from grabbing Elwyn, and luckily preventing him from getting dealt damage or being sacrificed right there and then. So, good job. These two archers up here, they're going to take aim and shoot over here. It looks like they noticed Dev is now depleting their numbers pretty greatly over there. So they're going to take some aim and shoot at Sorthal and Dev and the Squirrel Folk. One hits Sorthal.
Oh no.
So you see Sorthal's not looking too good as he gets hit right in the upper chest, right above his right next to his shoulder blade. You see it hits him pretty hard, and he kind of takes a knee for a moment and looks up as the archers are still firing over there, and Dev is going to just break the other arrow that comes toward. Hang on, Tiefling. I will get you out of here. As Dev is going to try to get in front of Sorthal and protect him. And you eventually see this giant ice chunk over to the side of the door over here breaks.
Fuck.
Eventually, you see a drow steps out of the room, and he is pissed off. Alchemist, where are you? As he screams and looks around on the ground. The closest thing he sees is a gnoll and this little robot. You can't
And his
hide
dead
from me.
spider.
I will kill you. And you see that he's actually going to open up his as he summons his hand. You actually see out of his back come arachnid legs. That's pretty cool.
Oh boy.
And he looks over to the wood elf and he says, "Elf, where is he?" And he's going to point up in the sky. And he kind of squints as he sees you, and you're just Mary Poppinsing it, throwing potions everywhere. And he smiles and says, "Perfect, a fly in my trap." He's going to charge forward. When he gets right below you, he's actually going to throw a dagger up at you.
Oh man.
25 to hit.
That hits.
10 damage, and roll a Constitution saving throw. Okay. You do not get poisoned, but you feel a lightheaded drowsiness, and you feel very dizzy for a second, but you kind of shake it off really quickly, and you feel very nauseous for a moment as you're about to puke, but you kind of hold it in.
You should have stayed in that room.
And he just kind of smiles and says, "Get down here, little fly." And he's just gonna get ready to attack you again as his turn ends. It will now be the Cult of Loth's turn. He's going to move right there. There. I was actually going to stop near you, Ivan. She's gonna take a 5-foot step out of, or she's gonna try to get out of combat. Rubik, you get attack opportunity. Uh, 24 to hit. Is that what I'm looking at here?
Rubik?
Rubik, are you muted?
He's not, but it looks like it's a 24 to hit, yeah.
Okay, you do hit.
And then 2d10, yeah, that's his damage.
So you actually slash the side of her upper ribs, and you can see that you leave a good sized mark, and black blood starts oozing out of the side of her chest. And it will now be her turn, and she's going to cast webbing on you, or web on you and Coin.
It's just like an area effect,
Mhm.
isn't it?
Yep.
Try leaving and rejoining.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep, fixed it.
Yep. Sorry about that. It wouldn't unmute me for some reason.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you were correct. 24 to hit and 23 damage.
Okay. Okay. So she casts webs in those two places right there. Oh no, wait, those are actually supposed to be different sizes. I'm sorry. There we go. You see, she just throws her hand up, and out of the palm of her hand shoots out these webs, and they hit Rask and Coin, and it actually hits this Drow warrior, but she doesn't seem to even be bothered by it at all. It actually, in fact, that she seems to like almost be kind of transparent through this kind of a situation. It seems like almost she's been well trained in getting attacked with these webs, or even in attack. So it will then be
We have to
movement
roll
finish. She will
anything?
continue to move over here. Finish them, my children, and we will use them for the sacrifice. This Strider is going to attack Elwyn. Elwyn and Rask, actually. 12. Miss for both. This one below you, you're 15 feet up?
Correct.
Okay, can still hit you. Miss.
Can still try to hit you.
He's going to. This Strider is going to drink a potion similar to the one that Yakul had. But obviously you didn't see Yakul drink a potion. Oh, actually, with your passive perception, I would allow that. So you notice that this Strider drinks a similar potion and feels invigorated and boosted at the end of its turn. is now going to be...
They're powering up! I don't know what they're drinking!
Could
The yokel's turn is going to grab Rubik and do a slam attack. Does he get advantage, Rubik?
They're flanking. Yeah, they're the one to the left of me would have advantage.
No, the demon, the yokel.
Oh yeah, she would also have an advantage. To the
Okay.
left and right.
Okay.
Actually, I mean, if you were letting this guy have, if Coin have advantage, this guy would also have advantage.
Okay, and yeah, he had advantage. Oh,
My
I forgot.
AC
I
is
completely forgot. Actually, I have to make you guys roll for being in webs. What was that, Rubik?
Oh, I was gonna say my AC is 18. I'm not sure what the all the rolls are.
It was 18 plus 6.
24,
So
yeah.
24. So that would have been a hit from the yokel to slam you. But I'm actually going to discredit all that right there because I should have made you guys roll for webbing. So none of that happens. So the webbing was shot. 20-foot cube for the duration. The webs are difficult terrain and lightly obscure this area. The webs are anchored between two solid masses, such as points, walls, or layered across the floor, wall, or ceiling. The conjure web collapses on itself, and the spell ends at the start of your next turn, which it does. So it will only last this turn.
And I think for them, it's just a strength check, not a save.
It's actually going to be a dexterity. Oh no, it is going to be a creature restrained by the webs uses an action. Uses action by a strength check against your spell save. Each creature that starts its turn in the webs or enters them during its turn must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is restrained as long as it remains in the webs until it breaks free. So because you guys are technically entering it, since she shot it on you, both of you guys make a dex saving throw.
I believe it's phrased such that they make it on their turn.
Well, yeah, we're retroactively.
Oh yeah, you're right.
doing
It starts at the starts of each turn. Never mind then. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you guys start off your turn and stay there, then you'll have to roll. But if you want to get out of there afterwards, too, you have to make a strength. But actually, it will disappear on your turn because it's actually on flat ground.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how tall the ceiling is, but it has to have 2 anchor points.
yeah.
Yeah, otherwise it would be an OP spell.
Your next turn. So let's see here. Well, since you guys have to make no saves, then I guess I will keep that that attack then. So it'll be a 24 overall. So if that hits,
On Rubik it does.
On Rubik it hits. Yeah.
all right. $19.
Okay.
The yokel picks you up with one of his tentacles and just slams you into the ground. And when he does, you kind of break free of his grasp and you kind of roll back up and you stand your ground right in front of him. But you also square off with this drow warrior who's going to lunge in and use a dual attack on you. 18 and 19.
I mean, the ninth, both would hit technically. Attacker wins the ties.
Okay. So 12 damage.
Is that for both attacks?
Yeah, overall.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. So it's actually 12 plus her dex. So it's supposed to be the first one would be 3 plus 1, which is 4, plus her dex, which is another 2. So that's 6, and then 8 plus another 2 is 10 from the other one. So 18.
Okay.
she as the yokel grabs you and slams you into the ground, you can see that the drow runs up and stabs both of her daggers into your back, and you just kind of swing at her with all your might to back her off. And she stands her guard and just kind of hisses at you, and the sorceress over here just kind of starts laughing. She says, "Yes, my children, feed on them." And it will now be this drow's turn, who's going to attack Coin. 16 is the highest.
Nope.
Okay. All right. And that looks like it's the end of their turn. It will now be Bashir's turn.
Give me 1 second. Double checking something.
I mean, I guess it's nice for Rubik because there's another pit of lava right up here if he really needs to start throwing people.
That'll teach architects of bad guy layers. But
I was looking over there and my screen was still just low enough to where I couldn't see it. And I'm like, I'm like, Rubik's gonna have to drag them pretty far to burn them now. And I'm like, oh no. And I scroll back up and I'm like, I forgot I put that up there.
It's so silly.
So, I think this is technically a grapple check, but Bashir is going to try and basically climb on top of Yakul. Which, because he's a larger creature, I think that's technically a grapple check.
Yeah, be a grapple.
Okay.
He did not do so well.
Oh, I didn't either.
So he got an 8.
And I got a 6.
All right. So you try to get on him, and as he throws the bottle on the ground, you jump on him, and he pushes you down. Stupid bush, get out of my way. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Bashir, as he pushes you to the ground?
I'll try again. That only takes up one of my attacks. Dirty 20.
That's better.
Ooh, all right. So you jump on top of him, and he has been grappled.
Bashir is going to climb up onto his back and... Can I try and dig my thumbs into his eyes as a bonus action, or would I have to wait till next turn?
You'd have to wait till next turn to do anything, since you tried grappling him twice.
Alright, that's fine. He basically, Bashir's like, sitting on his shoulders, getting ready to dig his claws into his eyes.
Alright, so I'll say as you jumped, you two have moved over here now. You've kind of separated from the group, and you're now, you're rolling over. Rask, you get an attack opportunity as he's leaving.
Wait, is that not forced movement?
Forced movement doesn't typically cause attacks
then
of
never mind.
opportunity.
Yeah, never mind then. It was if it was the other way around, then yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, I would get an attack of opportunity on Bashier.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you want to, you can go ahead and try it.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
With the
I'm the DM. I will not hold any of my players back from doing that.
With the spider, though?
The spider get an attack opportunity on you? Yes.
I mean, I'm not trying to move him. I'm literally trying to just climb onto his shoulders.
All right. Well, because you're kind of moving out of the spider's combat when you're jumping on top of him, because then you're technically a 5-foot square up now.
Right. No. Yeah, I get that.
So I will just leave you where you are, but yeah, the spider will get an attack opportunity still.
At disadvantage because I have escaped the horde as a feat.
6.
Nope.
All right. The giant swarm of spiders that tries to attack you lunges at you in a fury of webs and small little jumping spiders, and you kind of jump onto Yakul before they get you.
I love Escape the Horde. It just plainly says opportunity attacks against you are made with disadvantage. Period.
Right, that's nice. Is it all your action, sir?
That is all I can do. Bashier is he said as he drank the potion, he said soon you'll see her power. Or yada yada, something like that.
Correct.
Bashier just holds his hands over his eyes. Soon you shall see nothing.
And he doesn't seem to pay any mind. As you can see, he's starting to have a little trip effect from this drink.
Oh god, they're on shrooms.
And oh no, this isn't like shrooms, man. This is like PCP acid, some angel dust, all wrapped into one with a little peyote on the side.
I mean, if it's angel dust, it's literally angel dust.
GTA.
My turn then.
Okay.
I am going to use my bonus action to have my turret attack the spider because it would just go under, like the attack would go underneath me.
Correct.
Uh, 22 to hit versus AC.
Hit.
Okay. Where is it? He takes 9 damage and is pushed 5 feet away from me.
Large creatures as well.
Honestly, I don't know. Give me a second. On a hit, the target takes 2d8 force damage. If the target is a creature, it is pushed up to 5 feet away from the target, from the turret.
Boom.
I am then going to fly 10 feet higher into the air.
Okay.
And then I will use metal bombs on this guy right here.
All right. You can't get away from me as he kind of like smiles at you.
I got an 18 and a 27.
27 hits, 18 misses.
19 metal damage for that 27.
Okay. You pretty much throw a bomb right on him, and it just hits him in the face as he screams in pain.
You should have stayed in that room, like I said. And that will be Ivan's turn.
All right.
Go to your room.
After Ivan, it will be Sir Rubik's turn.
As Rubik tightens his grip on his greatsword and ignores the whatever pussy draws at his back, he will swing on what's her name? Is she a fiend or what is this girl?
It's not a girl either.
Is she considered a fiend?
That's demon. It's a yokel.
The golden one, right?
Yep.
Right there. Okay.
Yep. Here,
So
I
it-
will
it-
enlarge it.
Wait, is it a she? No, it is. Oh god.
Did you just assume that thing's gender?
Well, no, actually, no, it is. No, it is a she. That's right.
Yeah, yokels are female.
They are. That's right.
Oh god, Orin.
No.
Well, all right. Anyway, so it's
Bye.
from the lower planes, yeah.
Bye.
Yes.
Okay. Rubik's going to attack action. This one. First attack is 21 to hit.
21 to hit the yokel.
Yes.
Hit.
All right, 25 damage.
All right. Is that slashing damage?
Oh, that would be slashing damage, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, it's I'm sorry. It would be 7 plus it'd be 15 slashing damage and 6 concussive damage plus 8 slashing damage. So I'm sorry. Let me make that more confusing for you.
Okay.
11, 13, at 21 slashing damage and a 19 slashing damage. God damn it. And the rest is like air concussive damage.
Air concussive damage. Okay, so
Because there's the air
Alright.
Ashari sword, so I don't know how you want to treat
Force?
that damage.
okay.
And then second attack,
Cool rat.
natural 20.
Jesus
I
Christ.
will smite at second level.
Oh,
Let me make sure I'm doing this correctly before I go ahead and do this. So it's that damage plus. Let me get my smite damage. Mhm.
Is it time for big numbers?
It's time for big numbers. And she's a fiend, correct?
yes.
Alright.
D1?
God damn it. Where's my Divine Smite? Three D8. Plus an extra D8 if it's an undead or fiend. So an extra 4 D8 damage. So it's 29 plus. Four D8. Plus 17, so that's going to be 47 damage.
What?
47
46?
damage versus the yoke blow.
46.
46. I can math good. Don't laugh at me.
Don't worry about it.
I will slay you.
I mean, it wouldn't be very hard at this point.
This 46 damage.
So, how much of that is bludgeoning or slashing?
Let's see. 10,
The
15,
initial.
13 of that is slashing.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back. What did I miss?
And 33 of that is either radiant or elemental concussion damage.
Okay. Rubik just went ham on the yodel.
Nice.
Gets to Miyoko.
So you basically just slash half of it right off, or right in half. Like you slash right at the halfway mark of its body. You slash, and you see a big chunk of it kind of like fly off and end up over here. And you see it just kind of lets out a bellowing scream and howl from its insides as it starts to render and move around, all wiggling and such.
Just as for RP reasons, do I recognize this as a handmaiden of Loth?
Yes, you do.
Rubik just, handmaiden of Loth, feel the power of Torm, and just, in like a radiant light shines out as my sword slashes down and savagely strikes the person. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a natural 20. So let me redo
Yeah.
that damage.
Well, that's what I was asking overall too, because
Oh
it's
shit.
gonna be a lot.
Okay.
So just double that, or
So
sorry,
it's
-8 and double it.
well, no, because it's
Does it not double your smite damage as well?
what's let's see, it's 15, so it's 38 slashing damage because I assume she has resistance for slashing.
Yes.
And then so she would take 14 slashing damage plus
Mm-hmm.
8 plus 4 is 12 plus 8 is 20 plus 32 is 40. She would take 40 elemental / radiant damage. So 40 plus whatever I had said before.
14 or something like that?
Yeah.
So 54 total.
54 total. Sorry, I fucked up. I forgot it was a natural 20. I'm even more stoked right now. Rubik is just glowing with the radiance of his gods.
So you slice this yokel basically in half as it's just glowing, as the radiant damage is glowing inside of it, and it's feeling the burn. You've messed it up real bad. Seeing that you basically cut this thing in half, you could tell that it's pretty weak now at this point, and for you to continue on with its slaughter would be the only way Thorm would want it.
And as Rubik slices through and sees like the radiant energy pulse through the fiend before him, he looks over his shoulder on the back swing and whispers to this bitch behind him, "You're next." That's my turn.
All right. So you see that Rubik is finished his turn of slaughtering. Next up, it will be Rask.
All right then. I wish Rask could do such things.
Rubik, for your intensiveness as well and your awesome role playing through everything and with doing that scene, give yourself an inspiration point.
Sweet.
Okay. Well, Rask is gonna have to follow that up with attacking the monk.
All right.
Glaive. That's a 10 to hit, which misses. And then he's gonna bring the hammer around at her. Still a 10 to hit, which still misses. My god. He's gonna action surge and try that again.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I not get a 3? I've rolled
Seriously.
3 threes in a row, and
Damn.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, that's helpful.
That works.
Yeah. That was the wrong button, but whatever. Sure.
So 9
I
damage?
wish I would. Well, no. So it would be actually a D. Yeah, I guess it's 9.
9 damage to the monk.
Yeah, 9 damage to the monk.
Excuse me. I had a sneeze.
I'm really feeling not having that
Bless you.
D12.
So you take your glaive and you slash the upper part of her arm, take a good chunk off of it, and she kind of glances at you as she's trying to just basically sacrifice Elwyn with all of her might. She looks at you as if you're like kind of like a jealous woman, like you're like getting in between her and her man.
Rask just smiles. He's mine.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can determine Rask however they see, but
It doesn't matter. This is just the look that she's giving Rask.
Giving
It has
him,
not
yeah.
the scenario. I'm just saying that's the
oh,
look.
okay.
You took it too literally.
I did. I took it very
You
literal.
did.
you're
You
fine.
took
It's
it
like,
way
really?
literal.
Interesting.
He's
You read way too into that, but that's all right. You're flying up in the sky, so it could look a little different up there.
It does. Everything looks different up here. 25 feet in the sky.
Does Rubik look different as he's being epic over there, or does Orin look epic when he's Jackie Channing it down below you?
Especially Orin.
God.
So after after that, Rask, what would you like to do next?
Ah, man, I wish I could drag Elwyn out, but I can't. I'm gonna shout for Elwyn to like step behind me towards Orin.
And how would you roleplay that?
Rask is gonna. Rask would really just grab him by his collar and like try and throw him behind him, but I can't do that with my actions. So Rask is going to like grab his shoulder. Suplex the princes. Yeah, the princes. No, he's gonna grab his shoulder and then very gruffly say, "Elf, sorry, elf, go to the gnome." I'm having, yeah, elf, go to the gnome. Suplex the Carillion, except for it's not Carillion. But he's gonna shout at him for do that.
So you tell Elwin this, and Elwin says, "We have to hold them here. If they break us, we will all fall."
I'm assuming
He's gonna say
Bashir's.
that in Elvish. Obviously you don't understand that, Rask, but Bashir, you hear this. As Elwin is
back.
literally almost surrounded.
Yes, Elwin, go back. Can I diplomacy him to do this?
You can. I will allow you to try to roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh man. You do little, or you'll be less useful if you're dead. Okay, I guess he's not moving.
No, he fully agrees with you and sees he natural 20s the situation.
Okay. Cool.
So he gets what you're trying to do for him, and he's going to try to pull back on his turn.
Great.
Or get out of there or do something. There's going to be a lot of attacks of opportunity on him, and he might just drop trying to get out of there, but we'll see. It will be, after Rast's turn, it'll be Orin's turn, aka Jackie Chan in it.
I'm gonna shock and grasp the guy in front of me.
Okay.
Wait. Pistol over there.
16 against AC.
Against AC, it goes to the attacker, so yeah, you hit him.
Nice.
Just barely. But it's a hit.
Uh, 13 damage, and he can't take reactions until the start of his next turn.
Okay. So you basically, as he runs up on you, you see that he's already done combat with a couple other people, but as he runs up again, you're just kind of staring off at the priestess, or the priestess of Loth over here, and you just kind of reach over, and as he swings his sword, you just kind of hold up your hand, and you meet it at the very moment, and you do this shocking grasp, and you basically just kill him instantly.
Before he dies, can I look at him and go, "So much for your glory"?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He as right, you could turn to him right as you're about to cast the spell and say that as he's about to try to swing on top of you. And you basically just lay down another elf as he runs towards you, trying to kill you. And there goes Orin, aka Jackie Chan, again. So Orin's just picking off people left and right. Yeah. And you see these spiders. Obviously, if they had fear, they would be afraid. But they're coming right towards you.
Nice.
But these elves over here they're gonna just stick with the bot. They're gonna just keep on swinging on Andy's bot because they seem to.
I mean, they're gonna hit at some point. It's bound to happen. I'm surprised my turret's gone this long.
Orin, you want to move over here?
Yeah, I'm gonna move over to here.
Okay. You move back away from everything that's kind of coming towards you from that side, and you post up next to Ivan's robot. What is his name?
Junkie.
Junkie?
Yeah.
All right, you post up next to Junkie. It is now going to be Shakespeare Baby with Magic.
I thought you were about to say it's gonna be Shakespeare's turn.
It's going to be Shakespeare's turn. To kill or not to kill, that is the question. No.
That is never the question.
So you see, after Orin's turn, it is going to be Coin's turn.
Green flame blade. And that ugly mug of a creature.
Oh, so close to a 20.
Yeah.
21.
Hit.
Okay, so both of them take 5 damage, and then
I'm sorry.
Slashing.
no, it's fire damage.
Okay.
Well, the demon takes 5, and then the drow takes 9 fire damage,
Okay.
and then I have to do regular damage. So the tree, well, I want to say the tree, but it's not a tree. The demon takes 11. So it takes 26 overall. Well, 26 plus the 5 it already took.
And it's slashing as well.
It's piercing.
Piercing. Okay.
I just wanted to share from the perspective of Rubik. He just sees a bird folk, dark in color, appear above the shoulder of one of his enemies in combat, and just go, "Ah!" and just like stab the shit out of him with a magical like inflamed dagger. And just like going just as fast as he can, just stabbing the shit out of him.
Well, technically, you would see green fire leap from one creature to the next.
Well, that's what I mean. We lock eyes while the enemy's between us, and the dagger ignites with green flame, and you just go ah! And just stab the shit out of this dude.
So Coin is just stabbing the shit out of the yokel and burning the drow next to him.
And then good news, offhand attack.
Oh, there we go.
24.
Hit.
So that would be 8 to the 8 piercing to the demon.
Okay. You see, the demon is severely damaged still from that first strike that Rubik brought upon it. That first critical strike, and he's still recovering from it. And you guys are just soaking in all the damage as you can now, as it's kind of down and a little defenseless. And you see the sorceress is getting upset. She says, "Leave my beautiful creature alone. Leave the sister alone." And she's getting upset and getting ready to cast her spell that she's been charging. And it will be...
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Sorthal's turn. Sorthal's going to attack the guy with the spear. Hit. For justice, as his sword swings and lobs the head off of the wood elf. And you see Sorthal, Dev, and the squirrel folk are all kind of panting as they finally killed everything over here besides the spider that is creeping up on Sorthal, and he's going to use his second attack and swing on the spider. Die, creature of the hells. Hit. Alright. He cuts off one of the legs of the spiders that is coming towards him. This spider has no eyes. It just has weird mushrooms on it. What is wrong with it? And after Sorthal, it'll be Dev's turn. Dev is going to run straight forward and then dash into the archers. He gets one attack. Miss. He swings and misses. The squirrel folk is going to run over here. Get away from the robot.
Get away from the robot.
He hits.
Wow.
Squirrel folk always protecting Junkie.
8 max damage too.
Hell yeah.
He stabs the elf right in the side of the neck. And he's watched his master Rubik and Orin start killing people and destroying people, so now he's trying to take after their example.
He's on board.
For my masters! And squirrel folk, it will be the Knoll's turn.
Come on, buddy, do something.
12 plus 6, 18 hit.
Yeah.
He rips this elf in half, actually, just ripping off his head and then like holding his waist and then taking the other claw and just ripping his upper body off of his waist. So he basically just rips this one elf into 3 pieces. And when he does, he just lets out a ooh, just tosses the head on the ground as he spits it out of his mouth. And he looks over to the other wood elf over here, and the Knoll instantly just runs over and just slashes at him. Miss. And it will be. Let's see here. Yeah, looks like that'll be the end of your ally's turn. So now it's the Wood Elf's turns. So we will start off with the archers up here. This one's going to try to step away. He will get an attack opportunity. Miss. They will both shoot at Dev. Both of them are misses. Dev just kind of takes both of his short swords and just breaks both arrows as simultaneously as they get close enough to hit him. And it is now going to be this one down here. Natural 1. The Squirrel Folk will get an attack of opportunity. It was the other one was a 10 to hit your robot.
Miss.
So they both miss your robot again. The other one got a natural 1, got an attack of opportunity from Bushy Tail. Bushy Tail misses. You see he just kind of lunges forward. I'm sorry, robots. I'm trying to help you. And he looks over and he sees you, Master Orin. Master Orin, you're here. Please help me defend the robot creature.
I'm gonna try.
What does your robot look like? I'm just curious. Is he bipedal or is it like a turret?
So it's kind of like a turret. It basically has like little almost spider-like legs at the bottom, and then it has like a long I don't know. Can't think of the word. Like a shaft going up, and then it has more like a box more at the top.
It looks
and
like
then that's where it shoots the Eldritch Blast from. But with the legs, it can crawl on vertical and even upside down surfaces.
I'm thinking of like a square version of the turrets from Portal.
Kinda. Maybe a little
I think
bit.
I found a version that you guys were okay with before, the virus plushie one.
Okay.
Like that.
Might be a little much there, Eric.
Well,
Jeez.
saying.
I mean, I like it. Can I have one of those?
It's like right with a Transformer and a Gundam.
It's from Borderlands.
Right.
So after they attacked, this archer down here is going to try to back away from the Knoll. Get an attack opportunity from the Knoll. That's a miss. He's gonna shoot, hit the Knoll. The Knoll gets pelted with another arrow. You see the Knoll has 4 arrows sticking in his chest, and he is just still standing strong.
Badass.
You actually see the elf is just kind of terrified at this point. He says something in Wood Elf, and if anybody, or in Wood Elf particularly, but if anybody knows Elvish, you kind of hear him say, "This creature is a demon as well. They have another demon." So it will now be his turn, and he sees you flying up even further, and he says, "Damn you! See if the little webbing won't come bring you down." Actually, he doesn't have to roll anything.
I gotta roll a dex save.
Yeah. Oh, he would have to roll, wouldn't he?
24.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't, right?
Does it say it has?
It would just be against his spell save,
which is
so
16.
I got a 24.
Okay, yeah, you beat it. There we go. There's your turret, Andy. If that's not terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, do I get like bonuses to intimidation?
Actually, you get negatives to intimidation.
Positives to persuasion, maybe.
You actually find out that cats become actually flaunting to you guys and like to play with it.
Good thing there's no cats in here.
The
They're just
tabaxi.
outside the door, just waiting.
Just let him in and let him kill
So you see that he throws some webbing at you, and you just easily just kind of just like dodge out of the way, and he just kind of gets a little angered by that. He says, "Come down!" And he's gonna throw another webbing at you.
Same thing, 24.
Oh my god. Natural 1. He actually webs himself.
You fool! You're gonna go down like the rest of them.
Ugh. How can I be webbed?
You don't stand a chance. As I'm just gonna like prepare a bomb above him.
Oh yeah, he's webbed.
So he's restrained. Oh, this is gonna be good.
It will now be the monk's turn again. All right, Rask, you ready?
Am I?
Yep.
Okay.
She's gonna try to take Elwyn, but you're gonna have to roll attack.
Oh,
I think
nice.
I hit.
We're back with your own 19.
A 7
You
damage.
hit and stop her again from grabbing Elwyn. This time though, you actually cleave her head right off.
Hell yeah.
Does it roll towards me?
It actually rolls. It actually flies right into the lava pit way over here. It actually like lands here, but rolls right into the lava pit.
Darn it! I wanted to just.
Okay.
I wanted to
It actually
say.
rolls- I'll have it roll towards you if you want.
Okay. He's gonna stop it with his foot and just say, "I said he was mine."
Then eat her head.
And the spearman right here is going to attack Elwyn. Oh,
Oh
close.
god.
Miss. Oh my gosh, miss.
God.
Whew.
Oh man.
After that, it will be the cult's turn. This spider's going to attack Sorthal. Natural 1. It tries to actually explode, but when you actually see what it does, it actually just falls over and dies.
Nailed it.
Well, I guess we don't have to worry about this.
Sorthal's just going to scratch his head as he was prepared for it to blow up, and he was ready for it, and he just kind of looks confused.
Fizzles out.
And he kind of like pokes it, and he's like, "You okay? Like, come on, man. I'll give you a chance. I'm right here." After that, you see it's going to be this swarm of spiders here is going to attack Bashier. Or no, Bashir's actually up on Yakul right now, so they can't. They're actually going to attack Elwyn then. Miss. This spider is going to move over and attack Elwyn. Miss. The Drider is going to attack Elwyn and Rask. Rask, for you, it would be a 11.
No.
Okay. Mrs. Elwyn barely is. You can see Elwyn is just so. All these things are attacking him. He's taking so much damage. He's like, he's getting close to death. He's just about to pass out. He's being pushed so hard this battle. It's been a little too much for him. You eventually see these more spiders start moving in and attacking you guys. More come right behind you, Rask. First one is the giant spider, which is going to get a 14 plus 3, 17 to hit.
No.
The swarm is going to get a 3 plus 5, so 8.
Nope.
Miss. All right. This one is going to run right over. I have it stand right below you for a moment and then stop, and he's just kind of standing right below you. And you see this guy just kind of points over and says, "Don't! He's up high, you idiot! Go to the next group." and he's going to run over here next to Bashier and Rask, and he's going to explode. All right. Both of you beat a Constitution saving throw of 15.
Okay. I get 15. Fuck.
Nice.
Oh wait, no, I get it then. It passes. Cool.
Well, but
No.
yeah, but Rask is the one trying to beat the DC,
Oh,
so
that's
that
right.
would
Yeah, you're right.
she would be the attacker in that
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, you're right. Oh no, Bashier!
Oh,
I need to get my moonshine.
I need to get my-
Oh yeah, I forgot. You take a shot when. Get that
Bashier
one.
punishes himself. Wink, wink. So
Punishes,
Bashier, you
uh-huh.
get this noxious fume of purplish noxious gas just kind of fills up your nostrils, and you take a huge whiff of it because unfortunately you're in combat, you're breathing heavily, and you don't see this coming as you're facing the storm ahead of you. And you get hit with this blast, and you seem to get dizzy, nauseous, and you actually black right out.
ooh, fuck.
Ooh, fuck.
Shit.
This creature is also exploded and dead, so the spider sacrificed itself.
Wouldn't it have also affected Yakul? Because I was sitting on top
Yeah,
of him.
Bashir's not actually next to me.
Yes,
Bashir's in
technically it would, but the poison doesn't affect anybody a member of the cult.
Ah, okay.
Wait, but is it within a 5-foot radius of it, or is it a 10-foot
10.
radius?
Yeah, 10
Okay.
foot, I assume.
Okay.
So it's just I'm out cold, no actual damage.
Right here, this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh yeah, you're out cold.
Rubik,
Unfortunately,
it's
you
the
see
other
that
one.
your constitution was not ready for this type of poison. You've never handled this type of poison before, and you just fall right
Oh
over.
my god.
Darn. All my
Now
plans.
he's just doing it to mess with me. Okay.
What are we doing? What's going on? What are we doing?
He's
Nothing.
Don't worry
It is
about it.
now going to be this Strider's turn right here. Ivan, as you go up, the Drider kind of gets frustrated and is now going to actually throw the lance at you.
Just to be clear, am I asleep or unconscious?
Natural 1. You are unconscious.
Okay,
Like you are knocked out. Like as if someone punched you in the side of the head.
gotcha.
All right, Dan.
Please stop.
Natural 1. He throws it and it hits the wall and it lands right on top of this guy. Instantly.
This
The
guy's
Drider
day.
just looks like super like, oh no, like kind of like I just made a huge mistake.
My flight seems to have confused you. You're going to be next.
Silence, human. And the Drider's gonna run back over, pick the lance out of this guy, and it's kind of like stuck through him. And he kind of like takes one of its legs and like peels him off the lance, and is now going to just end his turn. Outcome imminent. The priestess over here is now going to cast summon.
Oh fuck.
And you see 2 more yokels appear.
Oh, God.
Goodness. We've
Oh
been
no, go.
waylaid.
Go, my sisters. Kill them, and let us bring an end to all of this plain. As she just kind of hisses forward as as she sees that a lot of, unfortunately, they're kind of losing the battle. The Drow warrior here is going to attack you, Rubik. Highest was a 18.
Hits.
That was that's the only one that hits then. 6 damage.
Reduce it by 9. Take 0.
The yokel's gonna attack. Does he get an advantage on you again?
Yes. Hit.
25. Okay. Or yeah, 23 I should say.
Mhm.
23 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And at the end of its turn, you see it's going to turn into a noxious gas. And it will be this drow's turn. Oh, natural one.
Yes.
So Coin, you're gonna attack opportunity on this drow in front of you.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Add 8 to that, so you're what, 25?
25.
23.
Jeez, all right, you hit.
25, yeah.
Um,
Death is the bane of existence.
9 damage.
9 damage. All right. So you cut the side of her the side of her the
Wait,
back of her
sorry.
leg there. Oh,
It's 12, sorry.
oh, you son of a bitch. Well, all right, no, I'm just kidding.
You technically have sneak advantage and sneak attack on that one because it's off turn.
All on what?
He would gain if he's been having advantage versus her because of my positioning. He would have
Yeah.
advantage now and also sneak attack because it's sneak attack calculates once per turn, regardless of whose turn it is.
Oh, okay,
So-
that's right. Yeah, you're right.
and
Okay,
so
yeah. Coin,
he could
yeah,
have
you get sneak attack and advantage.
Yeah, because you did
Yes.
roll in that 20.
He could have it twice per round, technically, because of his action plus his reaction.
Reaction, yeah.
Reaction's off turn, but still in the same round.
Wasn't a nat 20, but I'll take the additional 12 damage.
All right. So you actually cut off her left hand.
Looks much better that way.
And she stares at you as her hand and the hand that was clenching her other dagger drops. And she stares at you and hisses and she says, I will kill you now. And she's getting ready to lunge on top of you and slit your throat.
What, you gonna nub me to death?
It will now be these creatures' turns. These other ones are going to move forward. Rubik, this one's going to try to slam attack you.
Advantage.
Uh, 22.
Hit. Okay.
You see this one picks up Rubik as well and kind of like grabs the bottom of his leg and drags him out from underneath him and tries to slam him. He does slam him once, but as he's about to slam him again, Rubik takes his sword and slashes at his hand and drops him. Rubik gets back up immediately as he's being dripped around like a ragdoll from these two, but he just keeps standing as these creatures keep slamming him down into the ground. Does not flinch. It will now be back to your guys' turn, and we will start off with Bashier, who is unconscious. Bashier, roll a Constitution saving throw for you.
Sure thing. Get my mouse on the right page. All right. 11.
10
11.
or higher
Okay.
is pass.
What's up, Dan?
Oh, for Constitution saving throw, anything 10 or higher is
Yeah.
like success.
Yeah. So Bashir, you do wake up after a moment of a slight moment of blacking out, and you can see that you feel nauseous and you instantly puke, like kind of like all over yourself, but you turn over to the side so you don't choke on your own puke. As you start gagging, you kind of look over and you're sweating very, very profusely, and you just kind of seem nauseous, and you're trying to regain your vision. Your hearing is kind of like deafened, as if in the movies when a grenade goes off. All your senses are just way out of spec. So you are still sitting on the ground, but you notice that you are awake yet again, and you are still alive.
Hmm. I assume I fell off of Yakul.
All right.
Did he? Yes.
Did I?
Did you? No. You're still on his back.
Oh, I'm still on his back? Oh, fuck yeah.
You puked all over him.
You just like propped yourself on his back.
Well, I like to think that he's riding Yakul piggyback style, so he just sort of slumped over, like put his jaw up on his head. So when he vomited, he just vomited right on top of his head. But if I'm still on his head, then Bashir is going to grip his spear, but he's gonna grip it where the blade is like coming out of the bottom of his palm, and he's basically going to try and jab it right into Yakul's eye socket.
Okay.
So he's basically he's got his legs around his shoulder. He's holding with one hand onto his collar, and the other hand he's gonna jab it into his eye. Can't.
Okay.
$22. Is that hit?
22 to hit.
Sorry, you got a big garble in my hand. What was that?
22 to hit, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Oh, Rubik, he didn't die. He was just unconscious from poisonous gas.
Sorry, it's a lot to type up.
Oh, no. He wasn't at 0 HP.
Let's hope this works again. 19 damage.
19. Okay. So you take your spear and you want to stab. How do you want to stab it into him?
Yeah. In my head, he's like basically riding him in sort of like a horse with like one hand on his collar, and in the other hand he just grabs it with the blade end of his spear coming out of the bottom of his fist, and he just lunges it basically towards where Bashir's chest is, but Yukul's head's in the way, so he's just gonna jab it straight into his right eye and dig it in there.
Okay. So you gouge out his eye, dealing a crazy amount of damage. As you can see, he's like almost like having a seizure from that potion he drank. And on top of it, you're kind of still riding him, almost as if you're kind of just riding along on the back of him, like as if he's just some sort of like playing horsey with a child or something like that. And you can see that he's not really able to gain his total control. So you're right now. Obviously, you're trying to take advantage of it. But as he's screaming in pain, you seem to snap him out of his crazy status, and he is now awakened from all that pain.
And he'll try and go for the other eye next.
All right, roll for attack.
18.
Hit.
I need to double check something real quick because I know Colossus Slayer is only once per turn.
You actually will get advantage because you are on top of him.
Yeah, Colossus Slayer is only like a once per turn thing though.
What does it do?
Colossus Slayer, you deal an extra D8 damage if you hit a creature that is below its maximum HP with a weapon attack, but it's only once per turn. This is like the first person I actually hit. And then I'm just double checking Hunter's Mark. Okay, yeah, Hunter's Mark stays on, so it is still like 1d10 plus 1d6. So.
Alright, so how much damage, I'm sorry?
So that is an extra 14 damage on top of that.
Okay. So you stab him in his other eye, and you can see that he just falls to the ground, and the spear, when you're doing that, it actually, the spear actually goes right through his head, and it almost stabs you, but luckily you kind of stick your head out of the way. And so basically your spear went all the way through his skull.
Nice. Bashier will jump off of him as he crumples to the ground, and he'll just hold his spear up like the tribal that he is, and just go, "Rah!" And then stare at the spider that's behind him.
The giant swarm of spiders.
No, I was talking about the one that's like this guy. That is my
that's a
turn.
swarm.
Oh, is that a swarm?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is get all the spiders around him. We'd be like, wait a minute, what's going on? Because he's had tunnel vision this whole time. But yeah, that's my turn.
Alright. So it'll be Ivan's turn now?
Okay, I am going to 25. Yeah, so I'm okay. I will. Yeah, from here I will throw my metal bombs at this one right above Bashier.
Okay.
My first attack was a natural 20, and my second attack was a 15.
You want to attack the spider swarm?
I'm attacking this purple dot right above Bashier because it's not dead, correct?
Correct. That's a spearman, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit him with the natural 20, but the 15 misses.
15 misses. On the natural 20, I got an 8, 16, 17 damage.
17, okay.
I wish I got it on the other one. It would have been like 40-something damage.
You hear the elf just kind of like break out in pain as he gets hit with a metal bomb?
Correct, metal.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I am going to attack this one right in front of me with my turret.
Okay.
$23 to hit. Dude, my turret's crushing it with these hits.
Yeah, your turret is crushing it.
Just in general.
Takes 3 damage and is pushed 5 feet away.
He is shot to the ground dead.
Oh my god.
Junkie
gets a kill.
Junkie just he'll turn the top portion of his box to look at the enemy on this side of him, and then just turn his feet, and then just like power up and get ready for another shot. But
Okay.
that'll be the end of my turn.
Just picture that purple smiley thing turning and doing that.
Isn't it great?
The whole time.
So after that, it is now going to be Rubik's turn. I think Rubik's at the bathroom.
He is.
All right, we'll go to Rask.
Okay then.
News jumps coming up.
Rask is going to. Damn it. So I realized that I've technically been. I'm still large. So I'm actually supposed to be taking up more space.
We only get a foot and a half bigger.
I become large creature.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
you
Doesn't your spell only say, or not your spell, your ability say you only grow like a foot or something like that?
No, it says you become a large creature.
Oh.
Yeah.
the rune giant thing, correct, from Runite?
Giant might.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, giant might.
But that's fine. If there, let's just assume that there wasn't room for me to grow, so I don't become large. But I
Oh, yeah,
also
there
have been
there is
missing
plenty
the
of room
one.
to grow, so I mean, you can be big, like that.
I am wide, wide Rask.
So now the Drider has someone to
To
square up with.
contend with. Yeah.
Now you can be like pick on someone your own size.
Yeah. And I should have been adding 1d6 to all of my damages, but I haven't. That's fine. Okay. Rask is going to take a swing at. This is really strange. That guy, the purple dot that
Ivan just attacked.
Ivan just attacked.
All right.
That's a 16 to hit.
It goes to the attacker. So yeah, you hit just barely.
Cool. Okay, that is
Look, these dead bodies on the ground.
Right. Just
that
littered.
is 13 damage,
13. All right.
and then Warhammer at him.
Ooh.
14
Miss
doesn't hit.
barely. The
Alright.
hammer swings right past him as he keeps on guard, and he says, "Watch out!" in Elvish as he tries to tell the rest of the group that there's a floating hammer, but all the spiders see the floating hammer.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they see the giant, not giant, but the golden floating hammer is pretty obvious.
Floating around the giant lizard folk.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
like a power up and gauntlet.
yeah.
It'll now be your second turn, right? Or you can or no, you can't attack again, can you? You can only use your
No.
reaction for.
Yeah, I can only use my reaction now. I used my bonus action instead of with the butt. I used it with the spiritual weapon.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll now be.
Rubik, are you back?
Rubik
Yes.
is back.
Okay.
Say if Rubik's back now, it is back to his turn.
All right. Is this woman over to the left, right here?
Mhm. Is she what?
I was gonna. Spearbeard, a priest or a mage?
She seems to be some sort of priestess or some like. You could definitely tell she has magic, but she also seems to be like a priestess of the cult of Lolth.
Okay.
She seems to be the one in charge.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Well,
I just love all these arrows just everywhere.
Are you looking for
I'm-
Q again?
yeah, I figured it out. All right, screw it. Rubik takes 4 attacks of opportunities as he sprints towards the priest.
All right.
Screw it. Take 4.
They all have the sentinel feet?
Oh fuck.
Do they each have attack of opportunity on you? Or I mean, attack of opportunity. Do they each have advantage on you?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my lord.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm gonna go here.
Oh, natural 1.
Rip.
So that one fails. That one's a +5. 5.
It's an 18 hit.
So 18.
18 hits.
All right, that's 1. Oh, that's a hit. So the third one hits. Keep doing 1.
Right, you do 1 instead of 2.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, that one misses. And the last one.
That was 4, wasn't it?
Oh, I
1,
thought-
2, 3.
There's a lot of single ones.
1, 2, 3.
First one's a natural one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
that
more
5
now.
would be last one then.
Yep.
So that 12 is just an extra one.
Yep.
So I could hit once.
No, it's right. That's 1.
That's 1.
3.
You missed the 17. 17 and 10, and then 2 and 5.
Okay. 2 and 5 is 4. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the 12 doesn't count.
Yep. So only 2 of them hit you then. Or that'd be one of the drow. It's 12 damage, slashing, or yeah, or 6 slashing and 6 piercing,
Okay.
and then 12 bludgeoning.
Wow, that is lucky on that one. At all those ones.
Damn.
Okay. Math.
Rubik just says, I don't care. Attack me if you wish.
Oh, as long as I do math.
All right, so you run past everybody and you get towards her, and she kind of looks at you in terror as you just run up on her.
Rubik's bleeding and burned. He's all fucked up, and he's just just like a feral dog you meet in an alley that's hungry for human flesh. I want to move there, to the north of her,
Okay.
if possible. And let me finish my math. Okay. Ouch. All right, Rubik's angry. He's gonna hit her with his sword a whole bunch. First one is gonna be, I'm gonna channel divinity and add plus 10 to that roll, so it's gonna be 24 to hit.
25?
25, you mean?
Oh, 25. Sorry.
You hit her.
So that's, and then I'm going to pump a level 1 smite. Is she technically a fiend or no?
Yes.
Right. Make sure I'm doing this right. Smite. Plus 3d8. So it's that damage plus this. Oh shit. So it's, does it matter if it's slashing or radiant or elemental or no?
It does, yeah.
Okay. So it's 15 slashing. Oh, I'm sorry,
Okay.
23 slashing,
Okay.
7 elemental, and 21 radiant damage.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah.
and then my second attack will be a 23 to hit.
Goes the attacker. You just hit her.
And I will pump another smite into that. And oh damn it, that sucks. So that'll be 20 or 35 damage, which will be.
Can you not re-roll your 2s on that one as well, or does that not?
Not on the smite,
Okay.
because it's not weapon damage.
All right.
It's it's I'm sorry, I'm thinking it's 13 plus 8 is 21 slashing damage, plus 6 elemental, plus 8 radiance.
All right. Well, so you basically cleave her in half and then chop off her head, and she is dead. Obviously using radiant damage seems to be the secret weapon against these creatures, these demons.
Yeah.
And you see the yokels just kind of look over in fear, and just in not fear as most, but just kind of just a misunderstanding of how they failed their sister, their priestess, the one they were supposed to be charged with protecting and using for the rise of their father demon, or their mother demon, I should say.
I'll take my last 5 feet of movement and move back down to the southeast, and I will shout at them, "Your chosen of Loth has fallen. Your mission has failed. You shall report to your queen and tell her that Rubik has defeated you." Rah!
Yes.
Let her know the power of Torm.
Shout, or as you're shouting, roll persuasion check.
Sure. Persuasion
Intimidation.
or
Roll
intimidation?
intimidation, yeah.
Sure. Hold on. I don't have a thing for that. 20. 21.
21.
Yes.
All right. You see that. You shout across the room, and everybody hears this, and it just kind of grows quiet for a moment, and then the battle just keeps picking up and continuing on, as they obviously don't want to stop their invasion. They want to continue on and try to continue on without it and see what they can do. They've gotten this far, so they're not going to stop. It is now going to be, after Rubik, it will be Rask. Rask already did his turn, so it'll now be, after Rask's turn, it'll now be Orin's turn.
I'm gonna frostbite this guy.
Okay.
Con saving throw.
9. I see.
Takes 13 damage, and he has disadvantage on his next melee weapon attack.
Okay. You see that you just kind of wave your hand in a jolt of like frost, a wave of like frost, kind of like wafts over the little droid here. His little Ivan's little ballista, and you can see it hits the wood elf very hard, as he's more focused on the squirrel folk and the ballista, not you. And he just kind of got got scared for a moment. He looks around and he sees a lot of his members over here are dead. A lot of his allies over here are dead. He's just kind of now noticing what's going on in the battlefield, the bigger picture here, instead of just what's in front of him. And it throws him off actually now, and you guys are kind of taking the upper hand. So would you like to do anything else before you end your turn?
Nope. I'm gonna end.
All right. Coin, what would you like to do?
I'm going to. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So I can do all this. So I'm going to cast darkness on myself.
All right, Orin. We're gonna be ending after this round anyways. But if you need to head out now, you can go.
Yeah, I gotta get some sleep.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Have a good night, Jay.
Catch you guys later.
Peace.
So I'm just going to cast darkness on myself, which is a 15-foot radius around myself.
Okay.
So basically, those, what would it be? much this whole area they wouldn't be able to see in.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna go ham on them.
All right.
So my highest on that one would be a 19.
19 hit on the. Oh, who are you attacking? The young
Just the draw right in front of me.
Okay.
So that would be 19 damage altogether.
All right. You just kind of as you cast the darkness around you, you just kind of lunge onto the drow's chest and just stab her right in the lungs, and then you put your foot like your feet right into her gut and do a backflip right out of right off of her body, and you kind of like pull your daggers out, and you see she just falls to the floor dead.
There's one.
And it will now be the rest of the NPC's turn. Really quickly, I will go so that way we'll end at this round. So Sorthal is going to run back over here. Miss. Natural 1. The swordsman's going to get an attack of opportunity on him. Miss, luckily.
Poor Sorthal.
It will now be Dev's turn. Dev's going to go up to this archer. Actually, he will go up here. Oh, Eric just loaded off.
Bye, Eric.
Miss. Hit. Well, one hit. He just slashes, and when you see the slash actually reappear, you actually can see that like it almost looks like the blade has almost like a flashback effect, and you can see a second blade almost kind of reappear in time behind it. Ooh. And you can see he's moving quicker now, and he's like the more blood he's drawing, the faster he's becoming, and the stronger he's becoming. And the archer just kind of like lets out a scream as his arm is basically gashed open, and he can no longer use it for shooting a bow. So he's pretty much done shooting right now, and just pretty much defeated at that point. And Dev's just gonna kind of laugh maniacally as he's standing over the crippled elf, wood elf, and it's now going to be the squirrel folk's turn. The squirrel folk is going to attack the wood elf warrior in front of him.
Ooh.
Hit.
Yeah.
Goes the offender. That's a kill. He stabs the wood elf right through the back of the skull as he's squaring off with Sorthal and the bot and everybody, and he just kind of like bends his body back as hard as he can and uses his full might and all of his basically all the weight of his body to lunge right into the back of the wood elf's skull, and he just kills him on the spot. And they both fall over kind of as the wood elf like kind of pulls the spear out and like staggers backwards as he's not used to fighting and killing. It will now be the Knoll's turn. He's going to run up on that archer. Miss. He's going to use a bite attack. That's a hit.
Ooh, nice.
All right. right, he bites the wood elf again, and he actually rips a huge chunk out of his neck and his shoulder blade, and you can see that the wood elf screaming in pain as the gnoll like basically bit a good bunch of a good chunk of main vessels and arteries and such. So he's just bleeding everywhere. So one of the last wood elf soldiers that's around, which is over here, pretty much is just terrified and looking for any of his allies, which are all back here getting killed by Dev. It seems that the wood elves are running out of people, and the cult is going to be the only one left at this point. But we will actually end there for the night. Good job tonight, guys. Very, very happy with the success of how far your guys' party has come along. You guys are all still alive. You guys killed a lot of people. You guys have worked together as a team. It's coming along pretty well. I hope everybody had a good time listening tonight. Thanks for coming in and listening, guys. We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, we do.
Yes. For those of you that
everybody
are...
here at the Round Stump greatly appreciates it, and we hope you guys can join us as much as you can, and hopefully maybe even join some of our mini games if you're interested. You can join our channel.
Yes. I'm gonna put up a poll for everyone in chat to vote who you liked the most and second most for in terms of RP. So please do vote.
Yep, please vote. We greatly appreciate it. These guys do an awesome job of role playing, and even if it's not role playing, it's your fancy. If you like someone who's funny, if you just like him for combat, whatever you like, just please vote for someone who you think did a good job tonight.
Right. Tonight wasn't very heavy RP, not really by any means.
Nah.
But didn't really do much talking, but
yeah,
we had a lot of those sessions prior to this, so this is very cathartic.
Yeah.
Bashier finally got a kill.
Rask is finally not getting his ass handed to him, which is nice. Who am I missing? Oh, Renark.
Wow.
I like that because he's got the bush costume. Bashier basically looked like that Looney Tunes cloud on top of his head while he was stabbing him.
5 or 6. Oh, and Orin.
That's right. I need to send in my vote. One moment.
Your votes in, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry. 1, 2. You guys have 2 minutes to vote. The queue? No. The question is for first and second place, role players. If you join in a little bit later, it's all right. Yeah, just people that you liked and enjoyed. I am just gonna save this poll so that I don't have to keep typing it in every single time. Yes.
Yep. Vote for the best role player. Vote for whatever player you felt like that you thought did a good job playing tonight. Whether it was based off their class, their however their performance was, whatever you enjoy about D&D. That's what I would say. Whatever character entertained you the most, I would say give that person the vote because they
Best in show.
Best in show, baby. Yep, that's the way to put it.
So yeah, the easy way to think of it is who you would objectively think is entertaining.
Swayed you the most.
Yeah. So who you find most entertaining, and then the second one can be like who you jive with the most. Wow, that's a really weird term, but yeah, jive.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. So
no, don't follow that up.
Do send in those votes. That's okay.
I got some votes here.
5 minutes and drunk for 3 of them. the first 3 or the last 3?
Yeah, that's the question here. Yes. Okay. That's okay. Aw, rip. So there were no votes unless you want to send in one late. But that should be it then. It's okay, Onion.
No worries.
As players, we're required to vote, but as chat, it's up to you if you want to vote.
It has the same weight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, not like
I don't think I've never voted for myself, and I don't think that's a thing.
No.
So.
No,
It's never been stated that you can't, but I don't think anybody has.
It's
just
a bad
by...
move. It's a bad move,
Yeah,
and I don't count it usually. And if I do, it'll be like in a negative way.
Right.
Don't vote for yourself.
You get -0.1, so if you tie, you lose.
Can we vote for the NPCs?
Everybody, yeah. No, we can't, unfortunately.
Thank you, Dan, for your vote. I greatly appreciate it.
Who's missing?
I got everybody's vote. Besides Eric's, I asked him if Jay actually sent his vote. I actually caught him just in the nick of time. So tonight's winner is going to be Rubik. And second place is going to be Ivan.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
I was just gonna say, Carnes, you actually were really close to tying with Ivan. You were one vote away from coming into tying with second.
Oh, well, thank you, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
And Kuuretsu had a couple votes too, but Rubik really went ham tonight.
He stole it, yeah. He really stole it.
He tanked so many hits and took out so many people.
Yeah, he takes half damage from most of the hits.
I know.
You're just not really sure if Rubik is covered in his own blood or the enemy's.
I think I posted it in chat earlier. When he's screaming at everyone, I'm just imagining him covered in blood, like from head to toe.
Yeah, he's definitely covered in blood. It's coming from multiple places.
I got prestidigitation if you need it.
I mean,
He's prestidigitation on Rubik. A 30-foot square around him is covered in the blood.
I spin rapidly in circles until the blood flies off of me to find the wounds that need stitches.
Just the entire room we're in is coated in blood, and Rubik's the only thing not coated in blood.
Also, I hate the sound of my voice. Also, congrats, Bushfolk, to your first blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killed a
You are
traitor by
good.
stabbing out his eye
Satisfying kill.
sockets.
Very satisfying kill.
Oh, hell yeah.
Alright.
I was just looking at stuff, and I was like checking out, like, well, I wonder what my character can do, since he's technically like almost a tiny creature, but like just barely a small creature. And like, wait a minute. Grapple checks means I can climb onto bigger creatures, which is literally like 90% of the other creatures. So I'm like, I'm gonna climb on this motherfucker and just stab the shit out of him.
The next chapter is a bunch of fairies. Can't climb on that.
Hey, I got advantage. I got fae. Any fae is what my preferred prey. So.
If they're evil fairies, they shall die. Maybe if Rubik's still alive, we'll see. There's still lots of enemies on.
That was fun. I had a good time.
Rubik shouldn't have jumped in the lava. That hurt him.
So many people.
Yeah, you guys. It's just been a brutal battle. I'm glad you guys had a good time though.
I'm so thankful for the death markers on the tiles. Otherwise, I would have no idea what the hell's going on.
Right.
Normally I would just get rid of the bodies, but I like leaving them there to show what you guys have accomplished and what you.
No,
guys
I
have
prefer
done.
that,
Plus,
honestly.
Plus, you can loot the bodies still too and do things with them.
No, like I said, Bashir's tiny, so he can use bodies as cover. So.
Rubik hopes some of them have healing potions.
But maybe bring up the days of when you would wanted to attack the.
So I've never gotten more value out of my turrets before.
Your turret didn't
holy
work.
crap! Never got hit once.
No.
Right?
It literally tanked 2 people the entire time.
I'm just imagining it's not even moving. They're just horrible at swordsmanship.
They're like stormtroopers.
And the turret's really not bothering with him. He's just firing at other people.
Yeah, he doesn't even care. They're like, I can't hit it. It's moving too fast.
It's just standing there, not moving.
Embarrassing.
It's like, ah, ah, ah. You're just like, oh, wait, there's someone here. Shoot!
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, I'm so glad that I got, like, one of the reasons I wanted to play a ranger is because I knew that Hunter's Mark was a thing, and when I saw that Colossus Slayer added an extra D8 on top of that, I'm
Yeah.
like, holy crap. So, so my first attack on on a creature, if I have Hunter's Mark and he's already hurt, does 1d10 plus 1d8 plus 1d6 plus 2.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. What do we get for experience?
Tonight, everybody will get there's a lot of combat tonight, so I would say everybody will get 1,000 experience points tonight. Initiative. Give yourself another 300, and then who did
Dan and I got. Oh, Jay did music,
yeah, I already gave him.
and then Dan got first. I got second.
Yeah. Dan, you're gonna get 500 experience points, and you're gonna get another 250. Or sorry, Dan, 600. 600.
Hello? Alright, there it goes. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
My phone keeps doing that. It's super annoying.
What's up?
My microphone's being stupid.
Alright,
Oh.
I'm gonna end my stream here.